You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
Oh, I love that final. I do. And that's what we got cooking around these parts. It's our Friday here on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Can't say enough about these incredible crowds. Thanks for listening. So that ought to do it. We'll be back on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.
We've already wrapped up.
That's it.
That's all we got for today?
Well, I don't know. What's your deal? What do you got going on?
Well, I was just thinking 1 week from today,
Yeah?
we'll be broadcasting, speaking of great crowds, in front of a very sleepy, very bored, likely very quiet and uninterested crowd. As we will be broadcasting from the Border Bash a week from today.
The Border Bash.
It's kind of fun watching folks who have been up all night, drinking and gambling and things like that, kind of stumble in for the broadcast and just look like, why did I decide to do that?
They have
It's so early.
They have the same looks on their faces that we do.
Pretty much.
Why did we decide to do this? Meaning specifically the broadcast.
Yeah, the
of course.
broadcast, everything else is great.
We enjoy the jaw-jacking and the gambling and the running around the casino there in Wisconsin, but they'll have the same expression on their faces that we do. Why did we agree to this?
Yeah, sometimes you lock eyes and you just know, you have like a silent conversation with the person and you're both going, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This was silly. Why would we put ourselves through this?
1 week from today.
Energy always does pick up at the broadcast, though, about 7 a.m. once they open up that bar. Then people start getting their legs back under them a little bit.
That's when you hear the cheering.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like, finally, my headache's going to go away.
Exactly.
It's funny how alcohol can do that for you.
Is it 7?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I suppose, Wisconsin, they're going to get going. I thought here it seemed like it was always 8 when we do a live morning broadcast.
I guess I really can't say for sure. I'll go along with either. I will. Okay, so that'll be a week from today. I'm not sure if we got any rooms available.
Haven't heard a thing, but
look it up on our website if you still haven't committed yourself. We'd love to have you. Go to 93x.com, get yourself a room. We'll be there next Thursday in the afternoon and go from there.
Let's see. I'm going to see if we can still buy tickets.
Oh, yeah? All right.
People get to watch me pump for the first time.
Oh, are you going to pump there in front of the crowd?
I have to.
You're not afraid to pump in public?
Nope. Got to do what you got to do.
You've already committed yourself once or twice to public pumping?
Yep. Well, I would just, straight up feed him, but he's not allowed in there. And it's a smoking casino, so he probably shouldn't be in there even if they did allow it.
Oh, you can't bring the baby in there?
Nah. But I wouldn't want to walk him through the cigarette smell anyway.
So
I love it, but he's not a fan.
You love it. Is you bringing him? Will he be there at the event?
Yes. Yeah, that's too long of a weekend for me to not be able to breastfeed him at all.
If I can't bring a baby into casino, what am I supposed to use for collateral when I'm on my last legs? You know what I mean?
Well, you just pretend that that's your baby. Pretend Ashley's baby's your baby. Why not? Just do that. Then you don't have to give up your own baby. That's the way to go, I think.
Just steal him.
I like to use other people's collateral.
Oh, man. A lot of sports on television last night.
My goodness.
Personally, I stuck with baseball. But there was professional football, collegiate football, professional hockey, collegiate hockey. When I had a minute between innings of the baseball games, Josh, I even caught some of what they call bare knuckle boxing. That was a first for me. I've heard of it, of course, since I don't know when this took off, recently, but last night was my first opportunity to watch bare knuckle boxing.
Was it a live event?
On television? I couldn't tell you if it was live or not, but it was relatively recent.
A lot of blood.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And the guys who were punching each other in the jaw and the eyeballs and whatnot began to bleed, and they did a great job of acting like they didn't care that they were bleeding. So have you seen it yet, Josh? Bare knuckle boxing?
Never. I've seen the clips, like when just the promotion videos, but I haven't sat and watched one.
This was a first for me.
Is this like an international event, or?
I couldn't tell you that either. It was just two jabronis beating the piss out of each other's faces on my television.
How's the presentation? Are the broadcasters good? I mean, things like that? Oh, yeah.
It was all right.
But it was sanctioned at least, so this wasn't just two guys in a bar basement.
Yeah, it wasn't Tyler Durden.
Yeah, it wasn't Fight Club, was it?
I mean, we did a lot of bare knuckle boxing up at St. Cloud State when we were kids, but that was at the amateur level and usually on a sidewalk at 3 o'clock in the morning. This was my first chance to see professional. You know where I'd struggle if you sign me up for bare knuckle boxing? There's no room to run.
Yeah, I suppose.
The ring is very small.
It is small.
Are you watching it now?
No,
Oh.
I'm just remembering from the promo videos.
The ring is small, and I did not know this either. Triangular in shape, like a Dorito. And I think that's designed to put the fighters in close quarters with each other. There's nowheres to run.
Speaking of runs in the dark, Jesus said there's a popular video going around about one of the bare knuckle boxers where a guy's forehead right above his nose literally got caved in.
I don't like watching stuff like that.
He said it's easy to find. I haven't Googled it yet.
I was waiting for that gut-wrenching moment. You know, like Dana just said, he couldn't watch something like that. I was waiting for that stomach-turning type moment, like when Kimbo Slice ripped that dude's ear off in the what do they call that league again? With Dana, whatever his
UFC?
name. USC. What's the hell? Dana, what's his name?
Dana White.
Dana White. The UFC. I was watching that at Old Chicago restaurant. I had myself a pie in front of me, a couple of tall beers. If I'm remembering this correctly, it was the first time what's
UFC.
It was the first time that UFC was on national television as opposed to cable or pay-per-view. This is many years ago. I think they put it on Channel 9 here in town, right? And I remember thinking, what if something just brutal happens here on Channel 9 at 7 o'clock, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm watching over at the pizzeria, and I think it was Kimbo Slice. Do you remember this moment, Josh?
No.
He punched a dude in the ear, and the dude's ear fell off of his skull, but there were still flaps of his ear remaining that were bouncing around because the guy continued to fight even though his ear was 80% torn off and lying on the mat. And I got the pizza and I got the beer, and I remember thinking, oh no, this is too much for most people. And I was waiting for that gut-wrenching, stomach-turning moment last night while watching bare-knuckle boxing. I didn't get it. Maybe I'm glad I didn't get it. Were you looking up videos of the ear coming off?
No, I was trying to find the caved-in head.
Oh.
The bare knuckle, this one's pretty bad.
Oh.
But I found a Muay Thai one, if that's how you pronounce it.
Muay Thai?
That's even worse.
Anyway, check it out sometime, if and you haven't already.
You know, like when a kickball has just that little dent in it, right? It doesn't have enough air in it. It gets that, like, puckered dent.
Yeah. Sure.
This Muay Thai guy had that on his forehead. It's freaking awesome.
I know that
in a terrible way.
The ear coming off on national television on the UFC, I know that's a moment. That was like a big moment. So, correct. Go ahead, text in 651-989-9393. Correct me if I was wrong in there somewhere. Was it Kimbo Slice? And who was the guy whose ear fell off?
So people are saying it was Strike Force.
Okay.
I watched the video that listener was talking about where they're like the part of their nose, forehead area caves in.
That can be
Are you
rough.
There's actually a few videos. Was that the bare knuckle one?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. That looked painful. That one's the bloody one, right?
Yeah.
Says lots on television last night. I even found myself spending some time with the bare-knuckle boxers. All right.
I wasn't watching the Wild game. I had something else going, but
No, I didn't go along with the Pigs game either.
I was going to ask if anybody watched it because I got a few texts saying, "Oh no, your boy Marcus looks like he got really hurt."
It looked bad
Oh,
for a while.
really?
Oh, so you did see it?
I did see it, yeah. He blocked a shot right at the end of the period. It went right off his hand, and he immediately just kind of dropped the stick and was just skating towards the bench holding his arm. And I thought, oh, man, this stinks. He's going to go get x-rayed, and he's got a broken wrist. But sure enough, second period, he came skating right back on out there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. Is then all of a sudden I got text. Never mind, he's tough as hell.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, one in particular is like, "Oh, this is bad. He might be out for." Okay, here he is again.
He thinks he's a big, tough guy.
He is
People are texting in saying it was Kimbo Slice versus James Thompson when the guy's ear fell off. I'm glad to hear that Marcus is okay.
Yeah, and thanks to everybody that came out to Jerseys last night in Inver Grove Heights for the Brotherhood in the Box. Good turnout, lots of fun. Cool game, obviously, 5-0.
Did you guys end up going to KOD afterwards?
Oh, yeah, I actually came from KOD here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you smell a little
Yeah,
weird.
that's the glitter, Ashley. I didn't apply that myself.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you had a good crowd out there.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, we've always had fun at Jerseys.
Cubby, have you decorated your property yet for Halloween? I don't-
Starting today.
Are you starting today?
Yeah.
You're late to the party.
Well, can I be honest with you? Do you guys mind? Mm-hmm. A moment of truth?
Yeah, just the four of us talking here.
I'm starting to get too lazy for it. Last year I couldn't because we had some work going on at my house, believe it or not. And so this year we're going to do it again, but I'm starting to wonder if I made a terrible mistake.
Dude, I get it. Yeah, I mean, come on.
That's kind of sad, though, that I'm getting that lazy.
Because
There's a lot going on, though.
You
Perfect
really
weather for it, though.
you really go all out.
Yeah.
How many different items need to be put in your yard in order for you and your family to think, okay, we're ready for Halloween?
I mean, are we talking everything from gravestones,
Everything.
lights,
Every damn
fog,
thing.
everything? Dozens. I don't know. A lot. I wish I could.
You have fog machines. You have lights. You
Yep.
have fake little headstones. You have scary characters.
Yep. We got music going. You know what I'd love is some of that projector mapping stuff.
Sure.
It looks like a movie on your house. It maps out the house so it hits your house in all the perfect areas.
Is this for you?
Yeah.
Is this for you, or is this because you still have a kid in the house?
For the kid. I mean, even if I didn't have a kid, just the kids in the neighborhood. They seem to really like it.
Speaking of the kids in the neighborhood, you say they're always hanging out at your house. Why don't you put them to work to put up some of these decorations?
Because kids won't do that these days.
They'll do it wrong.
They won't do it, or they'll do it wrong.
You know what? They don't have the skill set for that.
Skill set.
Yep.
Maybe the
It's-
bandwidth either.
Dana, I like the way you're going, but it's not 1977 anymore. You can't make kids do anything anymore.
Do you guys?
I don't even have any kids, and I know that's a correct. The kids just won't. They won't.
Do you guys know there's some channel, I guess, some radio station. I think it's like 83 point something, but it plays spooky music. Like, or I don't know if it's constantly, but definitely during October.
My God.
But I was walking around yesterday. That sounds so weird. I was on a walk yesterday.
No, it's fine.
And I saw somebody had their like house decked out, and then they had a cool little sign that said, "Hey, tune to this station." For you get like the vibe. with
That's
their
probably
house.
they probably do that themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an actual radio station.
I didn't know that you could do
Quite
that,
honestly,
really?
I don't think we're an actual radio station.
That is so neat.
Yes, there's one of those folks in my neighborhood. No, that's not an actual radio station.
You have like the FCC allows a certain area, right? Maybe I don't know how many. I don't even know if it's a couple blocks. It might just be basically in front of your house. I'm not sure, but yeah, you can get one of those.
That is so cool.
Right. Not that I need to hear the Monster Mash or Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell ever again. But yes, I've got one of those families in my neighborhood. They go bananas. I've been trying to hold off a little bit on the Halloween talk just because I think it's too soon. And, the Christmas thing starts too soon.
Oh yeah, Christmas decorations have been out at stores for a couple weeks, if not more already.
Yeah, Christmas starts November 1st.
It's too much for me. It is. So I've been trying to hold off, but I couldn't help myself. I had to ask Josh because he does go so bananas for Halloween. I had to ask if you've gotten started. Today is the day you say you're going to be out, in and out the garage for hours.
Yeah, this weekend.
I don't
hopefully start
blame
today.
I don't blame you for being a little apprehensive. It's a lot of work. For what? For what? So,
like I said, I've pardon the pun, but I've created a monster.
Yeah, I understand.
Where to the point where last year I had some neighbors going, "What the hell, bro? Well, why didn't you put that out this year?" I'm like, "Well, look at my front yard. It's destroyed. What am I supposed to do?"
Yeah, and what's the reward? So the ungrateful kids who wouldn't help you in the first place get a candy bar?
Yeah, my son doesn't care at all. So it's more like some of the other neighborhood kids kind of get into it.
Yeah, I mean, many years ago, my mother, she suddenly wanted to be one of these people in the neighborhood that has lots and lots of Christmas decorations, outside and inside, right?
Yeah.
But, who's the one doing all the outdoor decorating? Anyone want to take a wild guess?
You and your brother?
No.
This your dad?
My dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We don't. This is when they retired and moved up north.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
should have been more clear with that, and that would have given you an easier answer. Yeah, who's the one who's doing all the work outdoors? My friggin' dad. So, like Josh, he started to hate Christmas because he knew he'd be the one out there staking down all the all that nonsense, right?
Yeah. Getting up on the ladder.
So just to piss the old man off one year for Christmas, I gifted my mother 2 of those kind of slow-moving reindeer critters.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
It's shaped like a couple of reindeer, and they lift their heads slowly, and they're covered in lights. I've gifted my mother 2 of those for Christmas, as if to say, here's some more Christmas decorations for you. And my dad eyeballed me from across the room, and he said, "You son of a bitch." Because he's the one who's going to have to go out there and stake it all down, find a place to plug it in. So don't hurt yourself, Josh.
Now, it's the planning out all the power cords. That's actually, I kind of like that stuff. I like wire management quite a bit.
You do?
For example, you come to my house, I got all my work stuff. You won't see one wire. Nothing. You're not going to see no cables, nothing.
Lucky. Can you come and do that to my house?
I love doing it. I'd happily do that. Absolutely. I love planning that out.
You're able to plug in 10, 12 different things, but yet
You'd be shocked. It's a plum, and it's scary. It got me.
you're able to plug in 10, 12 different things, and if we walk into that room, we cannot see any wires?
Nothing.
How do you go about that?
Oh, just a lot of planning and Velcro and, routing. You ever heard of routing? A lot of stuff's clamped on. The spokesman, Jesus, said, "OMG, that ear. It looks like a porn star's Vij on her retirement tour."
Wait a minute, what ear?
The porn star's going retirement tour?
The guy from the UFC fight or Strikeforce fight or whatever. People are finding the video?
Yeah.
That's great. Have you gotten into the scary movie vibe yet?
Oh, been
Well,
there.
I tried the Ed Gein thing.
Oh, right. Yeah,
made it about 25 minutes.
You guys tried. But
And I have since gone on a retirement tour from that.
that was... You made that decision because, hey, it's... What's the stupid slogan now kids are using for Halloween?
Spooky season?
God, that sucks. So, but you made the decision to watch the Ed Gein documentary because you said to yourself, well, it's spooky season. I should watch a...
Yeah, pretty much.
You did.
It just seemed appropriate.
Yeah. I've noticed my cable or whatever setup I have. Is it AMC, American Movie Classics? Is that the channel? Does that sound right to anybody?
Yeah, AMC
Yeah.
has a lot of stuff
Okay,
on it.
they've shown The Exorcist here once or twice. They've shown a couple of Friday the 13th, a couple of Halloweens. I've seen it now picking up steam on my television.
So you don't like when people say spooky season?
I hate that.
Ah, sorry.
I hate it. What do you mean, sorry? Well, I've never heard you say it.
Yeah, the show prep that I sent on Sunday, in the email I wrote, "Happy spooky season."
I noticed that, and I was wondering if it would bother Nick.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Well, I remember when our older kids, it was no longer a Halloween parade at their school. It became a fall harvest festival.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You couldn't do the Halloween thing. Stupid poll ads. They ruin everything.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of scary movies, but I mean, they're just random ones that I find on Amazon Prime. Nothing that really blew my socks off or anything, but
Not watching the classics or anything, just
No.
whatever the new stuff is.
yeah, except for that new one. Oh, what is it called? With the kids that all disappear. Everybody loves it.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it has that girl with the curly hair. Oh, shoot, from Ozarks.
I have no
I
idea.
can't think of what it's called, but what frickin' is it?
Well, while Ashley is sorting this out, here's your shot at winning $1,000 with $5K a day.
Is it Weapons?
Yes, so good.
The number to text is 95819. Let's start with that. The number is 95819. Text the national keyword green to 95819 right now to enter for a chance to win. We'll send you a message back to confirm your entry. I'm warning you, data and messaging rates may apply. You're not a 10th grader, so please don't text and drive, stupid. Yeah, I've noticed the scary movies are picking up on my television. Funny scary movies. Somebody's been ranking the funniest scary movies. And I think what they mean is intentionally funny,
Yeah.
not just a piss-poor movie and you laugh because it's so horribly made, like Get Out or The Iron Claw.
My
The
favorite.
Happening.
The Happening is a funny, scary movie.
My favorite are the scary movies. Just scary movie. The series. Yeah.
Series.
I
Those
like the
are
first
so
one.
good.
Was it the second one where the guy's impaled by someone's penis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes.
I turned that off after that.
I
loved those.
Ashley, I also I maybe have seen one or two or three of them. I also really liked the humor involved in the scary movie series, and for years people have rolled their eyes at me when I've said that aloud. I dig that style of humor.
That cute little blonde that plays
She's
such
in-
a dummy.
She is one of the most scorching hot females around. What is her name again? The blonde.
Anna Faris.
I'll go along with it. I love the scary movie series, but what I've seen of it. The funniest scary movies of all time, according to the godless, misguided internet, Shaun of the Dead,
Oh, that was very good.
I love that movie.
absolutely a riot. A riot. And they do a pretty decent job of, I'm not saying I was ever scared while watching the movie, but they do a pretty good job of, making you nervous a little bit.
Yeah, there's some good jump scares and stuff.
Yeah,
from
things
what I
like
remember.
that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a movie, but a show called Scream Queens. I've mentioned this before. I thought it was great. Glenn Powell, that's the first time I ever saw Glenn Powell, who's now in everything. Mm-hmm. Absolutely hilarious. Boy, can he play a dumbass really well.
Oh, I
Yep.
bet he can. bet he doesn't have to try that hard either.
I absolutely love that TV show, Josh. It's
Oh,
so good.
It was super funny.
If you haven't seen it yet, I'm jealous of you.
I could rewatch it at this point because, shoot, when did it came out, 10 years ago?
Oh my God, really?
Was it? I think it was somewhere in that neck of the woods.
Whoa.
I never got into the Evil Dead thing, with the exception of the original movie.
Those are supposed to be funny?
Who's the? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. I've never seen one either.
Well, after the first one, it was supposed to be funny. Bruce, what's his name?
Oh, Campbell.
Campbell. Is that the actor or the character?
I think that's the actor.
I think you're right. I know there's a legion, an army of people who love that bit and love the Bruce Campbell character, actor, whatever he is.
Yeah, that has one of the bigger cult followings
Absolutely.
of really almost any movie.
Yeah.
Or series.
I'm sorry to say I never got into it beyond the very first. But a lot of folks chalk up this Tucker and Dale. Is that Evil Dead?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got thrown. The Evil Dead is mentioned in here as a funny and scary movie series. because it's supposed to be over the top, overly grotesque, overly violent, lots of tongue-in-cheek humor. I got confused. So there, I made that statement. I made the false assumption that Tucker and Dale versus Evil had something to do with the Evil Dead series. It does not?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, at least I haven't heard that.
That's fine. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I've heard of it. I don't know what it is, but it also made the list of funniest scary movies. Oh, the original Evil Dead was awesome. Especially, I think I was 9 or 10 when I watched it. So it was off the charts, gross, scary, brutal, evil, everything. Beyond that, they kind of turned it into a joke.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about Tucker and Dale versus Evil, saying it. I mean, even before that came up, people have been texting in saying it's hilarious.
What we do in
I'll
the
have to write that down.
What We Do in the Shadows, I'm unfamiliar with that. The Scary Movie series, The Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, that movie's great.
I think I've watched that.
You're
Is
not-
that where they're like spraying vomit on each other and then it turns you into a zombie?
No, it starts as, I won't give it away, but it starts off as a traditional horror movie, a group of people out in the woods, and
Right.
then if I explained to you like where it goes from there, you wouldn't believe me. You'd think I was smoking crack.
Is there a pond?
Yes.
Then I have seen that
Okay.
one. Yeah. Sure, I have vague memories of that one.
Oh, yeah, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. So this is the one, I haven't seen it, but this is the one I was thinking of. Tyler Labine, who's very funny. And is it Alan Tudyk? I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his last name. But he's in Resident Alien, and that guy's hilarious. So it's got some really funny people in it. I got to watch that.
Beetlejuice, never saw it.
Loved it.
That makes the report here on the funniest scary movies of all time. Yeah, I know you're a big Beetlejuice fan.
And I
The new
thought-
one's pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't think the new one was bad. I was worried it would suck, but I mean, it's nowhere near as good as the original, but it's still very good.
Gremlins, An American Werewolf in London.
I didn't know that was a comedy.
I watched it I watched it when it was a new movie in theaters. That was 1981, so I have very little memory of American Werewolf in London. Oh, Army of Darkness. That's the Bruce Campbell thing, right?
Yes, I think that is a Bruce Campbell movie.
That's like an offshoot of the Evil Dead. That's where I got confused. I thought Tucker and Dale versus Evil was part of the Evil Dead series, but no, it's Army of Darkness. Jennifer's Body. I remember.
Oh, hubba hubba.
I remember watching it, but other than the heat coming off of what's her name,
Megan Fox.
and the other one.
That is the movie. There's not a movie out there, not even Transformers. She's the hottest she's ever been.
Oh,
in
that's what you were
Jennifer's
hubba
Body.
hubby. I thought you were hubba hubby Chris Pratt.
No, no.
Definitely, I knew it wouldn't be Adam Brody.
Chris Pratt and Adam Brody are in Jennifer's Body.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was the other actress? She's scorching.
Amanda Seyfried.
Oh, wah, wah, wee, wah. Have you guys seen that movie where she has sex with another woman?
No.
Wait, they can do that? And the other woman is the red-haired gal from Boogie Nights?
Heather Graham?
No. The red-haired, I said,
Yeah.
gal from Boogie Nights. Red hair?
Looking.
It's
Oh,
a-
Julianne Moore?
Yeah. I think it's called Lola or Sylvia or Mona or Rita or
Wow.
Yolanda or Gina or Tina.
Maybe Chloe?
Chloe, that's what it is.
Chloe.
I warned you about that movie years ago. It's Amanda Seyfried, Wawa Weewa.
Oh, yes, I've seen this.
And what'd you say the red-haired gal's name was?
Julianne Moore?
And all they do is have sex the entire movie. They're naked the entire movie, and they have sex.
Wow. I mean, that should be a cougar, Julianne Moore to Amanda Seyfried.
The Addams Family is funny and scary, according to what I'm reading. Zombieland is certainly funny and
that's
scary.
So good.
I don't know what Idle Hands is. I don't know what Housebound is. I don't know what Shaolin Zombie is.
Speaking of Hubba Hubba, Idle Hands has a young Jessica Biel in it, and oh boy, was she good looking in that movie.
Yeah, she's,
I
she's
bet
good
she
looking
is.
in every movie.
I bet she is.
Yep.
All right, you bastards. A lot of you's texting in about your favorite scary movies or funny scary movies or ears that have fallen off of professional fighters on live television. Later on this morning, we'll talk with Randy Shaver, and by damn, we sure are glad you've joined us. We'll be back with the stupid news here in a matter of moments on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
Next Roll is a groundbreaking podcast created and executive produced by Vernon Davis.
This is where we talk about reinvention.
The series explores the transformative journeys of athletes, artists, comedians, and entrepreneurs.
They don't just stop here. They just keep going.
Next Roll isn't about what's next. It's about why they do it, how they overcome fear, and the resilience it takes to keep evolving at the highest level.
That's what it's all about. Stay tuned.
Next Roll with Vernon Davis. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
We were talking about scary movies a few minutes ago. Well, specifically, funny scary movies. Intentionally funny scary movies like Shaun of the Dead. Have you heard of this one, Josh? We got a lot of text messages saying, try this one, try that one, if you like funny, scary movies. But I had to call attention to one text message because I've never heard word one about this. Is there really a movie out there called The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot?
I haven't heard of that.
That sounds familiar.
Who killed?
The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah.
2018.
Yep.
I got to try that.
Sam Elliott's in it.
Sam Elliott
Yeah.
from Roadhouse
Roadhouse.
and other feature films, of course.
Ron Livingston. He's in there.
From Roadhouse?
No, I don't know if he was in Roadhouse.
I don't think he was in Roadhouse, Ron Livingston. That sounds very interesting. The title alone, and now Josh mentions the star-studded cast. There's got to be a hot lead female character to play alongside Ron Livingston and don't tell me you just said it. Please don't tell me. I forgot. Go ahead and
Mustache.
tell me. Sam Elliott. There's got to be a hot female lead. No?
Let me go back to that. Caitlin Fitzgerald? seems
Perfect.
Attractive.
Perfect, because I'll take anything. I will.
Yeah, I remember watching Mayor of Kingstown, and I'm like, oh, Ron Livingston's... Okay, Ron Livingston is not in this.
No,
If you've seen it, you understand the reference.
I haven't seen it.
Never saw it. One more thought on scary movies. And this is a text message on just legitimate, meant to scare you, scary movies. Listener says, I do enjoy the Paranormal Activity series. And yeah, me too. I do.
I saw the first one. That's the one where we were very happy the guy got... well, I won't spoil too... Well, the movie's super old. The guy got it. The guy that we wanted to got it.
Yes.
That's the one?
Yeah.
That guy was so annoying.
Yeah, the lead male actor in Paranormal Activity is one of the most obnoxious characters in movie history, and Josh and I were both quite pleased when he dies at the end. At the hands of his own demon girlfriend.
Ring Ding Baji's he's checking in, and he wants to know if we've seen the movie Teeth. I haven't. Now, that is supposed to be funny, where a lady has teeth in her privates, right? Isn't that supposed to be?
Yes.
I'd imagine. I mean, some of the subject matter I heard is pretty brutal, but it's supposed to be kind of a horror comedy.
It's very enjoyable. Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it's
It is
great.
supposed to be a horror comedy, and it's a lot of fun. Wingding. Ah.
Yeah.
Texted in again this
Yeah,
morning.
thanks for listening, bro.
The movie Teeth reminds me of the movie Tusk.
I've heard that movie is terrible.
It is absolutely hilarious. The whole time
Oh, is
you're
it?
like, what?
Is that Kevin Smith that did that one?
Yeah.
Justin Long plays like what, a walrus?
He's
So-
he's a human being first, Dana.
Oh, sorry.
So wait, you're saying it's good?
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
I haven't heard that.
because of it sucking so much. Like
Is-
you're sitting there the whole time, just like, what is happening? What could be next?
Never saw it, but I've heard stories.
I think you would like it, Nick.
I like weird, dark stuff. You
Yeah,
guys
I
know
don't.
that? All right, on to the stupid news. A life of narcotics. A life of abusing narcotics can turn ugly. It can. In many different ways. Ugly. And that's our starting point here for today's stupid effing news. A 51-year-old guy from down there, you know where, that Gator-related state. A 51-year-old guy from down that way. He goes by the name of Walter. He was arrested the other day. And the cops who booked him into the cooler, they say that Walter set a record. Once the cops looked him up and down, they saw that he was the new record holder for the largest item they've ever seen hidden in someone's anus in the history of the jailhouse.
Go big or go home, they say.
Some do put it that way, Cubby.
If you're going to do it, might as well do it right.
The largest item they've ever seen hidden in someone's anus. Here's how this nightmare started. The cops got a telephone call about a naked man standing around in a public bathroom. And it was Walter. By the time the cops got there, Walter had put his clothes back on. So the cops let him go. But because he's a lunatic dope fiend, Walter started acting up right away. He threatened to kill one of the cops. And that's why they hauled his carcass off to jail. So once they got to jail, when the police put Walter through an X-ray, they saw he had, at one point or another, blasted a full-sized thermos up his own poop chute.
So we put everybody through a body scanner to make sure that they're not trying to bring guns and knives and drugs into the jail. He brought a thermos into the jail. He put it up the exit ramp. The deputy saved his life.
Saved his life, says your favorite cop, who I've grown quite tired of.
This
What's
X-ray
his
is-
name again?
Grady Judd.
Yeah,
This X-ray is on 93x.com.
the X-ray.
Yeah, it's alarming.
His poor parents. You know, my son's a record holder. Oh, is that right? And what? Yeah, it doesn't matter. The fact is, he's a champion.
A full-size thermos
Dang.
was up there. Now, the cops didn't say exactly how big it was. Ashley says you can take a look for yourself on our website. When you look at the X-ray, you can tell it's a keeper.
Yeah.
The
That must have took some time, don't you think?
I guess it depends on his experience with stuffing things in his own can. The popular opinion from folks involved in this story said you could probably put 20 ounces of fluid in that thermos. Oh, man. I mean, imagine. I mean, look at your 16-ounce can of beer. You know, that's a pretty large item. Mm-hmm. This is my favorite part. The cops thought that Walter was trying to smuggle drugs or weapons into jail with that giant thermos. But apparently, it was just a regular thermos, empty.
I forgot the weapons.
Strange.
So is he just doing it out of enjoyment then?
Wisco male nurse Jesus said he'll do just fine in the clink. Just fine.
Enjoyment? I don't know.
It had to have
Dana,
been.
the guy is 24/7 high on meth rock, so I don't know if it was because he likes the feeling or because he's completely out of his mind. I don't. Now, because having an object that large in a colon is very unnatural and potentially dangerous, Walter was rushed off to a hospital. and a, quote, specialist bent him over at the waist and kicked him in the guts and got the thermos to fall out. The cops asked Walter about his cornhole thermos, and Walter said he'd been storing the thermos up there all day. He said it ain't no thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as you heard the Grady Judd guy say, if that thermos would have been up Walter's greasy can for much longer, it would have killed him. So, yeah, the cops, I guess, saved his life just by arresting him. And had he walked around the streets free for a few more hours, he would have been dead in his tracks. Walter did not know that he was in that kind of danger because he's always high. He said he's been smoking meth rocks now, Cubby, every day, all day, for 28 years.
Man.
Incredible run.
You know, my son's had an incredible run. Oh, really? What's that?
Doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
No.
It's just incredible.
He really committed to it.
Walter is now much more physically comfortable and incarcerated. Oh,
It doesn't go back to normal, right?
I don't know.
After something like that, it just can't.
I have very limited knowledge on that type of subject. I mean, look at your average. Well, I shouldn't call them average. Look at your above average anal specialist in porno movies.
Yeah.
They take quite a beating.
Yeah, that's true.
Thermos sized? Like, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of an act.
Right.
Okay.
The reason I bring up those
when
actors and actresses, specifically Ashley, is, I guess where I'm going with this, is you'd have to ask them. They take quite a pounding, and I imagine they have a normal everyday life.
Yeah, I gotta know.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the act. Just to pantomime it, pretend you're trying to get a semi to honk. I forgot about that act.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would do it.
Like you're trying to get that trucker.
Yeah, come on, honk that thing.
To pull the rope and sound off the air horn. Ashley, where was I going with this? I had another thought. I imagine those people, the porn stars, despite the punishment that they take, I imagine they have a normal life. But, and I'm not trying to be cute with that, I have heard stories of where it could, after some time, it could fall out.
Oh, I have heard that.
Sometimes the works fall out.
Like a prolapse?
Yep.
Or worse?
I think that's the term for it, Cubby.
People are texting in saying that I would know because I just had a baby. I didn't give birth through my butt.
No.
Whoa.
No.
What?
No, she's telling the truth.
That's not how it happened.
Babies don't come out of your can.
I don't. Maybe it is maybe it goes back to normal like the front does.
I don't know. We just don't know.
You guys are messing with me.
All we can do is speculate.
No,
Josh.
Not butt babies, Josh.
Butt babies.
We're being honest with
You're
you.
a butt baby.
Yeah, a friend of mine was very unpopular for a stretch of time in our friend group because his number one comedy bit, his go-to bit, was to send out prolapse porno pictures to our cellular telephones.
He gets blocked at that point.
I'm lucky I wasn't one of his top victims. I got lucky.
Maybe he's lucky you weren't one of his top victims. I'd imagine you'd take some rage out on the guy.
Yeah, but I couldn't take him.
Oh, really?
He's one of the only friends I have that I couldn't beat senseless.
Or maybe he knew that you've seen so many things that it wouldn't shock you like it might some of the other friends in the group.
Yeah, I think he knew I have a high tolerance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it got so bad that we were all in a giant motor vehicle coming home from Brainerd International Raceway once, and we're all tired and hungover and sick a little bit, from 4 days of mayhem. And dude next to me, who was the top victim of these terrible prolapse pictures being sent, his phone goes, and he's just kind of, almost unconscious there. And he picks up his phone and he hits whatever button you do. And there was another prolapse picture. And the dude just goes, okay, come on, enough. He finally snapped. He couldn't.
I'm aware of Rule 34, but I've heard folks that are kind of into that. They enjoy it. Obviously, your buddy, I don't know if it's pure comedy or if he kind of enjoys looking at that thing on his own. I have a friend who always threatens to send me one if I don't respond fast enough.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't get back to me today, I'm going to send you a prolapsed anus picture.
I don't find that kind of stuff funny.
That the feature now where you can blur images like that, have it automatically blurred on your phone. That saved me many times.
Wow.
And it really takes the sting away.
Like you've programmed your phone to
It's
know.
just a setting. Yeah, you just hit a setting.
And it does what?
It'll blur any images it deems inappropriate.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Yeah. And it's good. Like, you know how Ashley? Do you still have the slogan?
A picture a day keeps the hose away.
Yeah. So if her husband's running around, or whoever she sends him to, I assume it's her husband, and he's like looks at his phone, his coworkers around her, a picture of Ashley will come in blurred, so nobody else sees it.
See, that bums me out because that's like a part of the fun for me is that he will, if I send him a picture, he'll text me like a bunch of messages really, really fast so that it like goes off of the screen.
How do you even find that on your cell phone? You're a friggin' genius.
Well, no, I just read a lot of geeky things.
How do you even?
I can do that for you if you want. But I didn't.
Oh no, I don't want that. I mean,
well, I did it primarily for just one person because he would bomb me with this stuff.
Does this guy want to have sex with you?
I hope so. Fingers crossed. I'm not picking up any signs.
I know what guy you're talking about, and everything.
That's just his sense of humor.
But are you sure he doesn't want to do you?
Yeah, trust me. I've tried to make it happen, and it's pretty one-sided. But I'll wear him down.
You can't be that sexually charged all the time without, I think, a purpose behind it. All right. A prisoner doing time there in Georgia. He escaped.
It's got to be embarrassing if you're the person that's in charge of making sure people don't escape.
I suppose. Okay. A prisoner doing time there in Georgia. He escaped. But then shortly thereafter his escape, the cops found the dude ass naked on the side of the road. Now, they mention here that he escaped from work detail. I'm not sure what kind of work detail he was involved in. I'm going to go ahead and guess it had to be outside the prison walls, like an old-fashioned roadside chain gang type of a deal. But I don't know for sure.
Like building railroads or picking up trash on the side of the road?
Yeah,
something
the article gives dick for details. What I do know is that the convict walked away from his work detail, fully clothed, broad daylight. And this was a big deal. The police issued a 4-alarm, all-points bulletin alert kind of a thing, telling everybody that this guy was on the run. Schools and nearby businesses locked the doors. New guys in the corner puking his guts out. 20 minutes later, there goes the stupid escaped convict, ass naked, trying to flag down cars to give him a ride out of there. Someone flagged down a cop. The cop punched the naked guy's lights out, and the drama was over. Now, I understand the guy wanting to remove his silly jailhouse jumpsuit, but how did he expect to get a lift swinging?
Yeah. Unfortunately, just the way the world is, I don't think I would ever pick up somebody. I would just call 911 at this point.
Right?
Yes.
Unless it's a little kid. But even so, I'd think, they're setting me up. There's some adults that are hiding in the woods somewhere waiting to get me. Well, yeah, certainly not a naked man.
A grown naked man is on the side of the road. He's waving at cars to give him a ride. Hey, can I get a ride?
Yeah, I'll call 911 for you.
Even if you're wearing shorts and a T-shirt, I'd say no. He's naked.
I wouldn't even let him in my pickup truck bed, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm speeding up.
That is ridiculous and funny. This guy was detained. They put a pair of pants on him, and he went smooth back to the prison camp. I'm guessing fellow inmates are going to make quite a bit of fun of this guy.
Oh, definitely.
You thought you were going to get a ride out of there when you were in the nude?
I didn't think that far ahead. Now, this is interesting. People are texting in what I'm just going to say as a fact, even if it's not. The human anus can stretch up to 7 inches before taking damage. A raccoon can squeeze into holes as tight as 4 inches, meaning you can take almost 2 full raccoons up your butt.
Doon, doon, doon. The more you know.
Bring that up at the next dinner party.
I had heard
I will.
in the past, Josh, I had heard that there is quite a bit of leeway down there. 7 inches, you say? Around.
According to probably jokes coming in.
7 inches around without taking damage. That's good to know, especially on a Friday. We're going into a weekend here. That's good knowledge.
True.
Going into a weekend.
Sometimes it's a bye week for the Vikings. You got a few hours to kill.
This effing guy sounds like a full-on douche. Down there in Texas, he's a prominent cannabis attorney, which is a smart career move. I'll give him credit for that. As we're all fully aware, cannabis is all anybody wants to get involved in these days. It's widely accepted now. There's always someone talking about it. Your mom is on dope. Your kids are on dope. You can smoke a joint. You can drink marijuana. You got the gumballs. Dope, 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 dope. Anyone who's ever once got their own brand of dope. So, smart move to become a cannabis attorney. It's everywhere. He goes by the name of Daniel Mailer. He, by the way, calls himself the dopest lawyer in town.
No. Kind of lost me there.
You know, it's one of those where I think it's stupid, but you still kind of got to do it, don't you think? Before somebody else does.
If you are a cannabis attorney, it probably would serve you well to come up with a gimmicky, punny name, yes.
The dopest, I kind of like it, even though it's I realize it's stupid, but I got to be honest, I do kind of like it.
I know you. Josh, if you and I were a team of cannabis attorneys, you would, of course, because this is your style, you would love the day where we sat down to come up with a punny name. I would not enjoy that day, but I would agree to go along with you because you kind of, like you said, you kind of have to do it. You
have to say stuff like, we smoke the competition or things like that.
Because people get a kick out of that silliness. They do. They fall for it.
Yes, we cannabis. Yes, we cannabis. We'd have to do all that kind of stuff. Now, I'd be a bad pot attorney because I know nothing about it.
We'd both be bad pot attorneys.
That's true.
I also know nothing about it.
Because you don't know anything about pot or about the law?
Pot.
Well, a little of both. Is that legal? I don't know. It's very confusing. You almost need, honestly, don't you think you need an attorney right now to figure it out? Every time I'll say something like, oh, yeah, this is legal, somebody say, well, not technically.
I don't know how lawyers do it. I don't know how our guy Ryan Pasiga keeps all of that in mind. We've had him in studio hundreds of times.
That guy's brilliant.
Off the top of his head, bing, 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 he knows every nook and cranny of the law. I don't know how they do it. So
Can you imagine getting an argument with him?
No.
About anything?
Not about the law.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, and then his wife is an attorney, too. They're probably at a draw constantly. I'd imagine they have to take their frustrations out on the kids or something because there's no way the two of them are going to be able to one-up each other.
So the dopest lawyer in town, Daniel Mailer, a cannabis attorney, you probably guessed why he would be brought up in a Stupid News report. He got himself arrested for, go ahead.
Pot.
Yeah. Drug possession and suspicion of driving under the influence. But that's not why I say this guy sounds like an unimaginable douche. See if you can pick out the part where I made that judgment. It says here Daniel was caught with dope after allegedly drunkenly driving around his girlfriend's neighborhood and throwing garbage at her house because she was refusing to see him.
Yeah, that's my attorney.
Yeah.
Angry bus driver Jesus said a couple other things you have to say if you're the dopest attorney in town. This is a joint effort on our part to keep you out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I'll be blunt, you're screwed.
Ah! He was driving around his neighborhood in the middle of the night, driving around his girlfriend's neighborhood in the middle of the night, throwing garbage at her house because she refused to see him. So he's another one of these emotionally challenged, fully grown 8-year-old morons that cannot just simply let it go.
IT miracle worker Jesus said, Nick, you and I, we wouldn't be the dopest. We'd be the dopiest attorneys. That's true.
Without a doubt. When the cops got a hold of this Daniel, the dopest lawyer in town, he smelled like booze. He was slurring his words. He tried to blame his slurring on a speech impediment.
Yeah, anytime I get high, I have the speech impediment.
That's cute.
Yeah, it kicks in.
It's a disability.
What does it say here? Yeah, he's the dopest attorney. All right. Talk to me now, everybody. Your grandparents.
What about them?
Did they love you?
I think so.
Your grandmas and your grandpas, did they love you, Cubby?
I didn't. My grandpa passed when I was very young. I don't think so.
You see,
I think they were kind of indifferent. Even though I lived with my grandma and I had a relationship with her. I mean, obviously, kind of like a parent.
yeah.
But I think they were more indifferent. My grandma, I don't think ever. Both my grandmas. Certainly, my grandpa was my mom's dad was a jerk. So I know he didn't like any of us. But I don't think I've ever said or heard my grandma say "I love you" or anything like that.
If I had to answer, I think it'd be similar. My grandmothers absolutely loved us kids. Absolutely. My grandfathers, I think deep down, they didn't really give two pumps if we were there or not.
Yeah. So the only grandpa I knew, I don't think he cared.
They were nice enough guys for the most part, but I think we just got on their nerves, and I don't blame them at all for that. We were idiots.
Wow, you just made me realize that I don't think I don't really remember 3 of my grandparents because they passed away either before I was born or when I was very young.
Right.
But I don't think I ever heard my grandpa say "I love you." Dang, dude. But I in his defense, I don't think I ever said it to him first. So
I mean, it's not the end of the world if your grandparents didn't love you.
Yeah, I just realized it right this second, so it's never bothered me.
I mean, I have conversations like this with my wife and some friends where, some parents never wanted to be parents in the first place. And then they become grandparents? You know what I'm saying? They didn't really think much of their own kids. And now their kids have kids? What do they care? You know what I mean? I don't have any ill will towards people like that. I mean, it happens.
I think my parents and my husband's parents, I think the only reason they had kids was so that they could be grandparents one day. Oh. Because they love the grandchildren way more than they ever loved me.
I hear that a lot as well.
That's funny you say that because I have a friend who's his dad especially had no interest in him, his 2 brothers, and his sister. None. And then now he's the world's greatest grandfather. And they bust his balls what the hell? You never said that to us.
Yeah.
We never got to do this.
The guy's a little older. He's getting SAWFT soft. You're different. You're a different guy when you're 75 as opposed to when you're 35.
And you can just do the fun stuff as a grandpa.
The pressure's off.
Yep.
Some bitch is probably retired, right? This friendly grandfather who wasn't a very friendly father, he's probably retired. Anyway, real quick, we got to get the hell out of here. A 60-year-old. So here we go. For those of you who would say, yes, my grandparents loved me, I got another question for those people. Did they love you enough to go to prison for you?
Oh.
A 60-year-old feller in a place called Guadalupe. He robbed a supermarket at gunpoint in his neighborhood and then waited patiently to be arrested. The sumbitch wanted to be arrested and sent to prison so he could be there for his grandson who was already locked up in the local Stony Lonesome. Did you follow where I went with that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa's got no criminal record. He walks into the grocery, gun in hand. He demanded all the monies in the cash register, just like he's seen it played out in the movies. And then he chilled the F out until the police arrived. The plan went exactly as he wanted it to get into prison. Well, at least that part of the plan worked. The robbery, that part of the plan worked. But he wanted to get into prison to help his grandson. I guess the deal is, and I got to warn you, this is touching. Grandpa recently went to visit his grandson in prison, and the grandson was all tuned up. Some inmates they beat his ass and knocked one of his teeth out for him. So Grandpa decided he's got to get in there to keep an eye on the kid. It didn't work altogether. In court, the judge heard the sad story about the grandson. But the judge says, I'm not sending you to prison. I know why you robbed the store. I feel bad for you, is basically what the judge said. But he said, instead of sending you to prison so you can shank some fools to death for beating up your grandson, I'm keeping you out of there. Which is probably the
I
right
like it
call.
when judges have common sense.
Yeah, probably the right call, right?
Yeah.
Because all Grandpa's going to go in there and do is stab somebody to death.
And get killed immediately.
Yeah, and probably get himself killed.
You know, the guy in our first stupid news story with the thermos up his butt,
Yeah.
he needed a grandpa's love.
Probably.
When I'm a grandpa, that's going to be my number one job. Keep coolers and thermoses out of my grandchildren's butts.
What a great grandpa.
Well, you can't be everywhere at all the time,
No,
John.
this is just through early lessons.
So the punishment for the grandpa who wanted to go to prison, instead of going there, the judge told him he has to compensate the victims of his robbery. Okay, fair enough. Give them the money back, or whatever that means. Grandpa has to go see a psychologist, and he has to, he can never go back to that grocery store ever again. And one more stipulation, he has to eat that cat poop.
But what if he won't eat
He
that
has
cat
to
poop?
eat that. He will eat that cat poop.
He won't eat that
The
cat.
judge made a ruling.
But he doesn't want to eat that cat.
He will. And he can never go back into the grocery store again. And he has to eat that cat poop.
Me coming here, I'm glad I can still get a good meal.
Oh, yeah, sure. Here you are, Mr. Burgundy. The chef made this special for you. You eat that for the way you talk about my city.
I will not eat that.
You are going to eat that cat poop.
I will not eat cat poop.
You will eat cat poop.
Ron Burgundy says no.
You make a fool of me and everyone here. You put that cat poop in your mouth.
I will not eat cat poop.
You will do it immediately.
Immediately.
Fine, I'll try to eat one.
Yeah, get in there.
If I take one bite, will you get me a steak?
I'll think about it. Yeah, get in there.
Why does that work every time?
I don't know. It's so funny.
Especially when the guy says, you will do it immediately. That's when I lost
They
it.
both played that role
Yes,
perfectly.
they did.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Trenyon out front for Johansson, but his tip was knocked away by Biddington. Trenyon down low. Hartman scores! Second of the night.
Oh, my God. How about the Pigs starting off hot? Starting
great.
off hot to
really
begin the hockey season. Welcome back to the 93X Half-Hash Morning Show. Remember we were talking, Josh, if we were to be cannabis lawyers, we'd have to come up with a gimmicky
We need all the weed puns. yeah.
weed-related. If we were a morning show just dedicated to cannabis, do you think maybe we'd change the name to the 93X Half-Hash Morning Show?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Thank you from a listener for that suggestion. Yeah, the Pigs haven't lost a game all season long. They haven't even given up a goal yet. They beat the St. Louis Blues last night, 5-0. And folks say that our guy Marcus Foligno is going to be okay despite taking a 176-mile-per-hour slap shot off of his ass or
Well,
something.
I haven't read anything on an injury, but I was mentioning yesterday I got texts from friends going, that looked really bad. And then, 10 minutes later, well, he's back out on the ice.
Did they hit him right on his ass?
I didn't see it. Dana said it hit him in the arm?
Right in the hand, kind of like
In the hand.
Yeah.
Stingy.
And he definitely went down. He was doing that, kind of grabbing his arm and skating hunched over right towards the bench immediately. But he's a tough guy.
For Christ's sake, he thinks he's a tough guy.
I would have retired.
What do you call it? The home opener is tomorrow night. Baseball fans get to enjoy a couple of do-or-die Game 5s in the divisional round this weekend. Tonight, Seattle-Detroit. Tomorrow, Chicago Cubs, Milwaukee Brewers. The Cubs won again last night. Horrible way to lose a series for the Philadelphia Phillies last night. We'll get into that. What the hell happened to the Philadelphia Eagles, my ball club?
That was really weird. The Giants looked incredible. That QB they have, that Dart kid, he's really good.
Yeah,
he's fun to watch.
Saw a lot of positive statements on him. Are the Eagles just kind of setting us up just for an incredible run?
Well, this
here?
ain't no thing. I mean, so they've
They're
lost
Super
a couple.
Bowl champions.
Right.
They know what they're doing.
They've done it multiple times. They've won 6 or 7 of the last 8 Super Bowls. I forgot.
At least
This
6.
to lose 2 in a row, so what?
Yeah.
Right.
I will say that Dart kid on the Giants seems like a really big D-bag.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
In what
just
way?
like the way he
Just his
kind of
facial?
carries himself, and yeah, his face just kind of screams like typical frat D-bag, but he high-fived the ref.
That was pretty funny.
The ref is like holding up his hand to do whatever refs do. And I'm like,
in a douchey way or a funny way?
I think he's trying to be funny, but I'm like, all right.
Let's find out more about this guy. Let's find out if he's really a douche.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you know what? I've never seen a picture of him. I'm looking at a picture, and I can see what you're saying.
Yes, right?
He does kind of have that. Maybe that's just an unfair characterization of this gentleman, but he kind of has a douchebag face.
I'll have to look him up, okay.
And that's coming from a guy that's got a douchebag face.
You don't have a douchebag face.
You don't think so? What kind of face do I have?
Well, stupid. I
hate my stupid face.
Yeah, you're stupid. Josh's stupid face and the news that falls out of it will be coming up next on the program.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
Start your day with America in the Morning.
I'm John Trout, your host.
From breaking news.
The U.S. Supreme Court with rulings. Shifting gears, Apple has released a new iPhone. Here's the Wednesday Business Report. It's far from a seller's market.
To politics and entertainment.
Moving into scary movie season, so why not another Conjuring movie? Shifting gears, Powerball jackpot is now the third largest ever in history.
Live long and prosper.
America in the Morning.
Fresh each day.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Half-assed Morning Show.
They are in an alternate reality than ours. They are in that rock and roll rock reality.
They surround themselves with these professional dickheads.
And I'm not even really sure if they're aware, you know?
I don't think they're aware of how much they suck.
93X rocks.
The lady who was the shooter was still instigating, I guess, an argument or a fight or something. But the mom and daughter tried to, get in their car and, de-escalate the situation. But the lady wasn't having it.
A shooting outside of PetSmart in Dallas earlier this week started after 41-year-old Cecilia Simpson opened a door for another woman and didn't get a thank you. Around 1 p.m. Tuesday, Simpson and her 20-year-old daughter were leaving a Five Below in the same shopping center as PetSmart. As they walked out, Simpson held the door open for 22-year-old Kiana Hampton. When Hampton didn't acknowledge the gesture, Simpson became upset, and the two exchanged words.
It can be kind of frustrating when you hold the door for somebody and they don't say Dick Tracy.
Yeah, I haven't had that experience, thankfully.
Oh, really?
I mean, usually, sometimes people just kind of maybe they don't say it, but they give you a little head nod, smile type of thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes they act like you're not even there.
Simpson and her daughter headed to their car and drove over to PetSmart, but Hampton followed them. Once inside, the pair told employees they were being followed. Hampton soon walked into the PetSmart as well, and the two started barking at each other once again, this time with Simpson's daughter. The tension escalated. Simpson and Hampton argued again and were eventually asked to leave the store. In the parking lot, as Simpson and her daughter were getting into their vehicle, Hampton threw a bottle at it. Simpson got back out and confronted her. "Doe, that was not good." The verbal dispute turned physical. Simpson's daughter later told police her mother hit Hampton several times while yelling at her to leave her alone. The daughter stepped back, and that's when Hampton pulled a gun and fired.
Jesus.
Later that evening, about 7:45 p.m., officers conducted a traffic stop and took Hampton into custody. Again, started over somebody not saying thank you.
Oh, gosh.
An Ohio woman's being hunted after breaking into her boyfriend's home and leaving him with a horrifying leg-crossing injury. And if you think she didn't cut his testicle, leaving it, quote, clearly exposed, buddy, you're nuts.
Oh.
Because that's exactly what she did.
Awful.
Police say 45-year-old Janita Hopings kicked down the door of a Toledo home on October 7th and attacked the male occupant's nuts with an unknown instrument. The man heard the commotion when she kicked in the door, but instead of my motto, pants first, heroics later, he made the terrible tactical error of running downstairs naked, leaving Hopings to use that nudity opportunity to cut his scrotum, which is just a bit lower than a dick move. The grisly wound was so deep, officers say his testicle was clearly exposed. Yucky.
How could you? How the hell do you do that to somebody?
Mortified cops released no motive for Toledo's Sack the Ripper, and she's still at large and wanted by police.
No, she might do this to somebody else.
Sure hope not. Wonder what that argument was all about.
Another woman.
Yeah, most likely.
Probably. That's why she went for the privates.
The guy's got the confidence to run downstairs naked. He's got multiple girlfriends.
Probably. That's true. I wouldn't have that confidence.
Maybe it was dark. He wasn't even sure which one it was that stabbed him.
A plastered Pennsylvanian is headed to county court after authorities say she drove a stolen vehicle containing stolen firearms onto private property, entered a garage, and began picking peppers without permission. It was late in the morning of August 21st when the baffled homeowner called police, reporting a stranger had not only driven onto their property, but had helped herself to their garage before settling in for some unauthorized harvesting, grabbing a bucket she found to pilfer peppers from their garden. When troopers arrived, they discovered the vehicle 35-year-old Kimberly Schwartz had been driving was stolen, and they connected the theft to 2 semi-automatic handguns as well. After going farm to felon, she fled. Using a photo provided by the victim, investigators located Schwartz within an hour in a nearby parking lot. Police say Schwartz initially refused to identify herself, providing a fake name and resisting arrest. She argued with troopers and had to be placed in a caged police vehicle for safety after continuing to struggle. Inside the stolen vehicle, they discovered a partially consumed bottle of alcohol and suspected meth. Investigators believe Schwartz was under the influence of alcohol and drugs at the time, though she refused chemical testing. That's kind of weird. She just wanted to steal some peppers.
Peppers?
I suppose it is chili season.
These aren't crazy expensive. I mean,
are they really? Peppers?
No, I said they aren't.
Oh, aren't.
Very cheap.
Look at Josh trying to come up with a practical reason for this woman stealing peppers.
A 25-year-old Shipt driver in Minneapolis is accusing of stealing more than $16,000 worth of Target deliveries from customers.
It's not even the holiday season yet.
That's heartbreaking.
According to the charges, August 18th, police began getting reports a driver was marking packages from a Minneapolis Target as delivered, even though customers insisted they never received a thing. The one case hit especially close to home. A Target employee ordered a vacuum cleaner. The app said it arrived, but it was nowhere to be found. Curious and suspicious, the employee pulled up security footage. There, on camera, the Shipt driver walked up to the door with the vacuum, snapped a photo to confirm delivery, then casually picked it up and walked off with it. The Shipt really hit the fan when a staff member at a Minneapolis apartment building contacted Target about an unusual delivery, a large pile of empty Target shipping boxes tossed in the garbage. Many of them were addressed to different homes all across the Twin Cities, court documents say. Target traced all those missing packages back to the same driver. Every single one had been marked as delivered, yet reported missing by customers. In total, the driver's accused of mishandling and keeping about $16,000 worth of merchandise, which never made it to shoppers' doors because he took a Shipt instead. Package thefts have become an unwelcome routine for Minnesotans this year. What used to be a rare annoyance is now a persistent worry every time a delivery truck pulls away. In August, Bloomington police arrested an alleged porch pirate after residents complained packages were vanishing straight from their doorsteps. The suspect pleaded guilty and will be sentenced this December. Nationwide, Americans lost an estimated $15.7 billion to porch pirates last year alone.
Holy smokes.
Over 241 million stolen packages. The average loss is $65 a package, but it's not just boxes on the porch that are disappearing. A growing wave of thieves has turned their attention to U.S. mail in recent years, contributing to a beehole-puckering 161% surge in mail thefts in a matter of months. The USPS said thieves are hunting for checks, using new technology to change, counterfeit, and market stolen checks.
I've never had a package stolen from my front door, but that would anger me on so many different levels. I look so forward to having my packages delivered.
It's fun for you?
It's like the best part of my day, yeah.
By the way, Josh, can you hear Ashley's pump chugging away over here?
No, can you hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not
there
right
it is.
Yeah.
Things cooking.
If you're not following this, every morning we get to listen to the tune of Ashley's breast pump.
It kind of sounds like a heartbeat, almost.
Yeah, it's like 3 shorter pulses and then 1 long, like meh.
Oh, that's SOS.
It's becoming one of my favorite numbers
3 short, 2
around
long.
here.
Today is Friday, October 10th, or 1010. Here's a quirky calendar coincidence. The dates 4, 4, 6, 6, 8, 8, 10, 10, and 12, 12 always land on the same day of the week within the same year. This year, all on a Friday. The phenomenon is sometimes nicknamed the same-day twins, double-digit pattern, or 2 dates, 1 cup. Next year, they'll all shift to Saturday.
Isn't that something?
Authorities in North Carolina say 25-year-old Cameron Gilchrist turned a routine diabetes treatment into a grotesque game of biological dodgeball on March 21st. This is a follow-up to a story we talked about in spring. While 2 hospital staffers were just doing their jobs, Gilchrist ripped out his IV and weaponized his own HIV-positive blood.
Oh, wow.
Reportedly spraying it with the precision of a busted ketchup packet at a summer cookout.
He's spraying blood at folks.
Yeah. One unfortunate employee took a direct hit right in the eyeball.
Oh, no.
The old peepers. Got him in the optic olives. The old vision marbles.
The arrest warrant says the 2 hospital employees were caused physical injuries, including irritation and exposure to HIV.
Oh, I'd be irritated. Authorities explained the delay in booking him, saying it took months because Gilchrist was undergoing medical and psychiatric treatment following that confrontation. If convicted, he could be looking at 7 years in prison.
That's pretty evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so messed up.
So what's the coolest thing made in Minnesota? According to voters, it's not a gadget, spam, or even Ashley. It's a military vehicle. At the 2025 Manufacturers Summit, Minneapolis, Tuesday, the Chamber of Commerce and BMO revealed the winner of their 2nd annual Coolest Thing Made in Minnesota contest.
Rollerblades.
It's not rollerblades.
No, not rollerblades.
It's the military vehicle.
Oh.
The competition started with 64 products, and after a week of public voting, only 4 finalists remained. In the end, Polaris's MRZR, or basically a military razor, roared ahead of the claim the title, snatching it away from last year's champion, 3M's Scotch Magic Tape.
This is a vehicle that we've partnered with our military customer to build. We design it here in Wyoming, Minnesota. We had a world-class engineering team just outside of Minneapolis here, and then we manufacture this vehicle in Roseau, Minnesota.
Polaris built it by taking their off-road vehicles and adapting them for U.S. Special Forces operating in Afghanistan.
This thing is so cool. It looks like something that would be in Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I want one of these. I have no need for one of those. I don't have the training of a Special Forces soldier operating in Afghanistan, but, man, those do look cool.
How are the folks at Rollerblades handling this?
Oh, I think they're doing okay.
Okay.
This week in theaters, there's a lot. We'll start with a return to the grid. Jared Leto joins Jeff Bridges in the 3rd chapter of the cult sci-fi series Tron. Tron Ares picks up the story of a digital program who makes the leap into the real world on a dangerous mission. On a very different note, Channing Tatum takes on an unusual hiding spot in Roofman. He plays an escaped convict who camps out in a Toys R Us, only to have his carefully hidden life shaken when he falls for a woman played by Kirsten Dunst. If you're in the mood for something darker, Rose Byrne stars in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, a sharp, uneasy, dark comedy about a mother unraveling as she tries to cope with her child's illness, her absent husband, and a therapist who might be doing more harm than good. Julia Roberts headlines After the Hunt, a tense psychological drama about a college professor who finds herself at a personal and professional crossroad when a star student levels an accusation against one of her colleagues, threatening to expose a dark secret of her own. Netflix is premiering The Woman in Cabin 10 with Keira Knightley as a travel writer who believes she's witnessed a murder on a luxury cruise, though no one else on board seems to believe her. I like the movie when it was called Gone Girl.
Yeah.
Or when it was called The Girl on the Train.
Ah.
Or The Woman in the Window. Or Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window. The gist is that they made this movie quite a bit, but this does look kind of good. Did you guys, back to Kristen Bell, did you ever watch The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window on Netflix?
Oh, no, but I heard that was very funny, though.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
No, never saw it.
It makes fun of this genre and
Sure.
the fact that every couple of years they make a new one of these movies. On Prime Video, Colin Hanks directs John Candy, I Like Me, a heartfelt documentary on the beloved Canadian comedian. And Sunday on HBO, the series premiere of The Chair Company, a comedy starring Tim Robinson as a guy investigating an elaborate conspiracy after an embarrassing workplace incident. In the Brother and Sisterhood, happy 19th to Andover Husky Jesus from Naughty Insurance Agent Jesus. Happy birthday to No Hawk Carries Me Jesus from my pal No Hawk Welder Jesus. Happy 31st to Ashley's fifth husband, Jesus. I would do it again, Jesus. Text the Luther Kia Bloomington text line a happy birthday wish to his sexy little minx, Hell Bunny, Jesus. And happy birthday to our family friend, Tristan. That's 93X News.
Randy Shaver.
There are little signs that he's just becoming a bit of a pain in the posterior.
On the Half-Ass Morning Show.
No balls and a strike. Pages breaks his bat. Kirkring got to find it. Throws to the plate. Oh, my goodness. He throws it away. And the Dodgers win. And they are moving on to the NLCS. And a most improbable finish. And your heart breaks for Ryan Kirkring.
What a miserable way to lose a series for the Philadelphia Phillies last night. Hello, Randy Shaver.
Good morning.
That was a, how should I say this? It was unfortunate.
Oh, that's putting it mildly.
And I'm not going to be so mild with the second half of my statement. It was unfortunate, but you have to go ahead and call it an all-time boner.
Yeah, that was a pretty big boner.
Yeah.
And I do feel bad for that kid if you're not following where we're going with this. The Phillies and Dodgers went extras last night. L.A. needed one more win to clinch the series. Philly needed a win to send the situation back to Pennsylvania for Game 5. 11th inning, tied at 1 run apiece. Dodgers at the plate, bases loaded, 2 outs. A Phillies pitcher there, you heard the name, Orion Kirkering. That's a difficult one.
Yep.
Pitcher for the Phillies by the name of Orion Kirkering got himself a comebacker to the mound, right at him. He fumbled the baseball for a brief second. He got his hands on it. Still had plenty of time to throw to first for an easy force out. The poor kid folded under pressure. Instead of turning and making a soft toss to first, he went home with the baseball and he airmailed that pig over his catcher's head. Game over, series over. F you, Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah. Sad.
Kid was crushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked pretty crushed.
Yeah, you just heartbreaking for him and for the Phillies, who had a great year. I mean, it's just kind of crazy how, your entire season comes down to one play like that.
Mm-hmm.
That just, you have a great year, you win almost 100 games, and then your season ends on a play that looks as routine as any play can look. It's just very sad.
Ashley, your guy Max Kepler is wearing Speedo underwears in Mexico come tomorrow morning.
Perfect.
Has Phillies Karen issued a statement? Has anyone checked in with her?
Phillies Karen.
See how she's doing?
The home run ball Karen. I imagine she has been living in someone's basement for the last month.
Probably out of the country.
Yeah.
But, again, I'm not going to be leading any kind of a sympathy parade for the Philadelphia Phillies.
No.
But but it's kind of like the Yankees-Boston series. You got to pick somebody. I went with the lesser of two evils because, come on, with the Los Angeles Dodgers already. Mm-hmm. This is their 8th trip to the championship series in the last 13 years.
It's just dumb.
Best team that money can buy. That's basically it.
Terrific pitching on both sides last night.
Yeah. Finally, the starters go 6 innings, which
starters look great, which is kind of, I don't know, would you call it ironic, Josh, that there was such terrific pitching in last night's game, but yet the game was decided on a pitcher screwing the pooch.
Yeah, it is ironic.
Yeah.
That effing kid looked like he wanted to puke.
Oh, felt so bad for him.
Oh, the good news for him, though, is the Philly fans are usually very understanding and forgiving. So,
are they cool with their teams?
No.
They're even with their teams.
They turn on their teams.
Oh, immediately.
What a crushing night for Philadelphia fans yesterday.
Yeah, definitely.
Eagles getting swamped by the Giants and the Phillies losing. Oh, my gosh.
And the Flyers lost, too. It was a trifecta.
Oh, did they really?
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. The trifecta.
Josh, it's funny you ask about, the reputation of Philadelphia sports fans is that they are brutal, nasty, mean sumbitches if you are wearing the other team's sweater or jersey.
Yeah.
The same goes, they'll turn on each other as well. It's funny you bring it up.
I was thinking, New York, they're famous for that, right? Going after their own teams. I didn't know that Philly was the same. I thought Philly was so loyal to their teams, they were just dicks to everybody else. That's not the case, you're saying.
At least from what I have seen, and like I said, it is perfect timing because it wasn't that long ago I watched a video of last year or the year before when the Phillies lost in the baseball playoffs. And a dude just turned a camera on the sidewalk. They lost a game. They lost the series at home, and everyone's spilling out of the ballpark. Some dude turns a camera on and just is asking everyone's opinion, and they hated every single swinging D on the roster.
They wanted the whole team cut.
Yeah, we got to get rid of this guy because he's stupid. We got to get rid of this guy because he's fat. The manager sucks. The GM sucks. The ballpark sucks. They went after everybody. So at least that example showed me that they'll go that route as well.
Oh, for sure.
Covered in metal, Jesus said, I shouldn't feel bad for him. He's a pro athlete. He went home to a bunch of blow, and he banged a supermodel, and he was counting the money in his bank account. I'd like a night like that. Well, at least the last part.
He did a bunch. Wait, what's the last part?
The last part was counting all that money in his bank account.
You don't want the babes and the cocaine?
I'm over that at this point.
I miss the old Josh.
But by the way, over that suggested like I've had that in the past. I just mean that's not of interest to me.
So, that sucked for Orion Kerkering. That sucked for the Philadelphia Phillies. The Dodgers keep going. Now, baseball fans get to enjoy a couple of do-or-die Game 5s in this here divisional round. Tonight, the Seattle Mariners versus the Detroit Tigers, and Randy's little love interest will be on the mound for the Tigers.
Huge game for Scooble.
Tomorrow night, the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers will play a Game 5 in Wisco. The Cubs have won back-to-back ball games to tie the series. They shut the Brewers out last night.
Yep.
So that's fun.
Yeah, very fun.
That's fun for everybody involved. Damn near everybody involved. Sad news for baseball fans my age, I think specifically. Mike Greenwell has died.
Yeah, Boston Red Sox.
And the reason why I say my age specifically is because Mike Greenwell became a big star right around the time I was in high school. And so, I don't know, played 12 years with the Boston Red Sox. He died of thyroid cancer. Finished second in the 1988 American League MVP voting. Who did he finish second to? Go!
Don't know.
I'll give you a hint. Jungle Jane.
Oh, Jose.
Go.
Jungle Jane's on and off lover, Jose Canseco, won the 1988. Mike Greenwell was a great hitter and a great player. He wasn't always mentioned in the same sentences as guys like Tony Gwynn and George Brett and things like that in the 80s, but he was he was one of my favorite players to watch when I was a high school kid and beyond. Died at only 62 years old. He's got a couple of kids. I don't think they're kids anymore, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Got a wife and kids. And imagine this, Randy Shaver. He took over in 1987. He took over in left field for the Boston Red Sox, taking over a
for
position.
Jim Rice, right?
Well, and it doesn't just end with Jim Rice. He took over the position previously occupied by 3 MVPs: Jim Rice, Carl Yastrzemski, and Ted Williams.
Yeah. No pressure there.
No. 1988, he had a great season. I'll get there in a minute. He batted .325, 22 dongs, 119 RBIs, 16 stolen bases. So that's what gave him that second-place MVP spot behind Jose Canseco. And it was kind of funny. Do you remember this, Randy Shaver? When Jose Canseco came forward and said, look, I was on steroids my whole career. I don't know when Jose stepped up and finally said that, but Mike Greenwell, as soon as someone put a mic in his face, Mike Greenwell said, okay, well then where's my MVP trophy?
No kidding.
Right.
His nickname was the Gator, and I think you folks will enjoy how he gained that nickname. Do you remember the story, Randy Shaver?
I don't know.
Mike Greenwell got his nickname, the Gator. He was, I think, originally from Florida also, which is probably what gave him the balls to do something like this. At spring training, when he was, a second-year guy, third-year guy, he captured an alligator, taped its mouth shut, and then put it in someone's locker.
Oh, my God.
That is the most Florida thing ever.
That's pretty cool.
Jesus. Josh, do you think you have to empty your jock strap of urine after you open up your locker and find a...
Oh, definitely.
Well, I don't know if it's urine.
It's a little of everything.
Yes, it's a mix.
And after he quit baseball, he took to driving NASCAR.
That's awesome.
Couple years he drove in the Truck Series. Mike Greenwell, I'll be damned. Those were fun years to watch baseball. Well, Christ, the Pig started off with a shutout, huh?
Yeah, great play.
Trenyon out front for Johansson, but his tip was knocked away by Biddington. Trenyon down low. Hartman scores! Second of the night.
LaPanta's just getting warmed up. He's just getting warmed
What
up.
if that hurts?
It sounded like maybe he had a sore throat.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
The Pigs started off with a shutout. The Pigs' opponent, the St. Louis Blues, they put 27 shots on net. And Pigs goaltender old Philly Gustafsson, he made a smooth 27 saves. Nice work on his part. The boys lit the lamp themselves 5 times in the hockey game. And I think, Randy Shaver, they showed that maybe this club has matured a little bit in the offseason with 0 empty net goals.
Well, that's what you like to see, right?
Yeah. Oh, God, I was excited. I didn't see the game. I was watching baseball. But when I clicked on the box score, I was saying, come on, no empty net goals. Let's not start the season out with empty. And they did. They're showing some maturity here.
Yeah, I mean, caution when you say that because you don't want our guy Marcus to be, upset. But obviously, it plays better if we don't have to rely on empty net goals.
I agree.
So,
and it's just it shows more respect for the game. There was a little bit of worry going around the studio earlier. Dana was saying, Josh was saying that Marcus got clipped by a slap shot or something last night, but he
came back out.
He returned.
He's a tough guy.
So we hope Marcus is doing all right. Ryan Hortman, how do you say his name?
Hartman.
He scored a couple times. The Russian kid made 3 assists. That's how you handle the opener, Cubby.
Yeah, you can't do much better than that.
They scored on the power play. Their first home game is tomorrow night against, and they should get a decent crowd for the home opener. They play the most nondescript franchise in all of professional sports, the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yep.
I hung that label on them a couple of years ago, and I think it's fair.
I think it is fair.
The most nondescript franchise in all of professional sports.
And I would put Utah a close second right now.
The Utah Mammoth?
Yeah, in the NHL.
The Columbus Blue Jackets, to me, seems like one of those teams that's in a movie where they don't have the rights to use the actual team names.
Yeah.
And they kind of make it up.
Yeah. Or did you say movie?
Yeah.
Or a video game, right?
Yeah.
But they don't have the licensing rights, so they just got to make them up.
Yeah. That's tomorrow night, the big opener. Golden Gopher hockey played last night. That was news to me when I was flipping around. That was news to me. I didn't follow Thursday night college hockey. God, that's stupid. But anyway, they lost to Boston College. I got a text saying, how bad are the Gophers this season? Well, I don't know. They've only played 3 friggin' games.
Kind of hard to judge that right now.
I watched them play quite a bit last weekend when they played Michigan Tech. They looked pretty sharp. I don't know. It's 3 games in. A listener named Brandon says he doubts they'll even be over 500. Watching them try to shoot the puck was like watching the District 7 kids before they became the Ducks. Is that a
District 5? But yeah.
I love the correction.
Yes.
I don't know, dude. I've only seen a little bit. I don't know if we're gonna. But I don't like when they do this now. College hockey on a Sunday afternoon, college hockey on a Wednesday night.
Right.
We don't need to bitch again about how everything has changed and we don't like it, but that's stupid.
Right. It's kind of like playing college football on a Friday night. That's just not right.
College hockey is meant to be played on the Friday and Saturday night.
I saw a couple of Minnesotans were on that St. Louis Blues team.
Who do you got? Who do you got? Ryan Suter?
Nick Bukestad.
Oh.
And Jimmy Snuggerud.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah. Who is Suter playing with this year? Is not St. Louis?
Well, there's a Suter on that team, but it's not Ryan.
He didn't retire, did he?
I don't know if he did. I'm sure if he would have, we would have.
Doesn't look like he's on a
said
team.
Something.
Oh, he's
According
not
to Google.
Currently a free agent.
Okay. So he's waiting for someone to give him a phone call, which will happen. That will happen. Because a listener who's a big Ryan Suter fan, I think he and I are the only two in town still. Everyone, you got to hate him because we didn't win 7 cups with the Wild. A listener gifted me a beautiful Ryan Suter St. Louis Blues jersey last year. Okay, so he's waiting for the telephone to ring. So what the hell happened to my Philadelphia Eagles last night?
Oh, they got squashed, man. The Giants
By
just looked.
The New York Giants?
In the second half, the Giants they shut them out and they dominated the football game. And Jackson Dart, he's for real. He's really good. He may be. I mean, he's just like the quintessential quarterback of this era.
Okay.
Who can run the football, has got a great arm, and just super composed.
But here's the question that Ashley brought up earlier. Jackson Dart, the new starting quarterback for the New York. Here's the question, Randy Shaver. Maybe you can help us with this. Is he a douchebag?
No, he is not.
He's not a douchebag.
No.
Ashley said she watched a little bit of the game last night. She looked up some pictures of this Jackson Dart on the internet, and she said, I don't know, boys. I think he might be a douchebag.
I don't think so. No,
you
I don't think so.
You thought, some might call it swagger, but you thought kind of his actions on the field were a little douchey?
Yeah, just high-fiving the ref.
That cracked me up when you described. I didn't see it, but when you mentioned he high-fived the ref for whatever reason, I thought that was pretty funny.
It's just a first impression, right, Ashley?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know anything about the kid's personal life. He might be a great guy. But
Randy
he gives
says
me
he's not a
D-bag
douchebag.
vibes.
A few people had texted in earlier when his name came up and said, don't care much about him, but Google his mother.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I have not done that.
Did you do that, Josh?
I did.
What did you think when you Googled?
Very attractive.
Yeah.
She wouldn't raise a douchebag. No way.
Speaking of last night's game, I heard the announcers, they said that Jalen Hurts, that was the first interception he's thrown in over 300 passes.
He's the best player in the National Football League.
That's crazy. Yeah. And then for it to lead to a touchdown.
Yeah, that interception
2 plays later.
was a bad play, though. That killed him.
The receiver ran the wrong route.
No.
Ball's tipped, too, I think.
No.
That was the refs.
So, yeah, the New York Giants beat the living hell out of the Philadelphia Eagles last night as part of the Thursday night football program. Okay. We'll get back to this Jackson Dart. Okay. Who is Cam Skatebro?
Scataboo.
Scataboo?
Dude, does he do drugs?
Does he do drugs? I don't think
I
so.
swear he was acting like he was doing like lines of coke before he got out there. That guy's crazy.
What, like he was all hyped up?
Oh, yeah. I love it, though. I love his energy.
These are the 3 rookies that are leading the Giants right now. Jackson Dart at quarterback, Cam Scataboo, the running back, and the tight end, this Theo Johnson, who's really good too. They've kind of re-energized the Giants' offense after they decided Russell Wilson needed to go.
Yeah, poor Russell Wilson.
Really, the Giants are, and this is all without Malik Neighbor, who tore up his knee and he's out for the season. They're great wide receivers. So last night's win was really impressive. They played really, really well in the second half to win that game.
I'm supposed to call the kid Scataboo.
Yep.
Okay.
This dude got a TD and without even taking a breath, did like a one hand handstand into a backflip. I
Yep.
was like, oh my God.
I got to watch that.
The
Yeah, that's his deal.
athleticism.
Yep.
Oh, so you thought this guy's on coke?
Yeah. He was so pumped.
Interesting the impressions these two athletes made on Ashley last night.
Oh, Ashley,
Hey,
did you?
my husband agreed. He's like, I know this dude is crazy.
This is hilarious. Eastbound at Sundown Jesus. He Googled, is Jackson Dart a douche? And you know how Google has the AI answer at the beginning, right? Summing up just a bunch of searches. It says, there is no indication Jackson Dart is a jerk. They don't say douche.
They don't want to use
All
that.
information describes him as a successful, talented, and record-setting quarterback with good makeup and intangibles.
Here's a listener who texted in to say, I have no idea if this is Medical Device Jesus. He says, I have no idea if he's a douche, but he's way better than J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, I made that comment last night. This is what we need JJ to be.
Yeah, I will say he does have a better running ability. He seems way more composed. It just looks like he's got a great feel for the game. I'm talking Jackson Dart here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that last night too when I was watching. And in all fairness, we haven't seen enough of McCarthy, but I've watched Jackson Dart play the 3 games that he's started.
Okay.
He's really good. He's
heard-
very, very talented.
I've heard somebody say, you mentioned we haven't seen enough of McCarthy. I've heard someone say he's injury prone, and it appears that's the case of J.J. McCarthy.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Grass janitor Jesus.
Totally unproven and injury prone.
He's definitely unproven.
Right,
You can't argue that. Grass janitor Jesus said, Ashley, you're right. Dart, 100% douchebag. Johnny Manziel 2.0.
No.
Pete, I see a bunch of people are agreeing with me that this Scattaboo guy is a maniac.
Well, did you see, Ashley? I was going to say at the post game show for the Amazon crew, he ripped his shirt off Hulk Hogan style.
Oh my God, I love him.
Oh, I seen him rip somebody lips out. Oh no, what did he do? Rip somebody guts out through the ass and the eyes fell out.
Well, yeah, you know what he did with the lips too.
He kissed his ass with them.
He sure did.
I did look up Jackson Dart Mamul. And you know who she looks like to me, Josh? She looks like one of those Real Housewives of New Jersey type characters.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has
My
that
wife watches a lot of those shows.
Does she really?
Every time I walk into the room, she's watching. She likes all kinds of television series. She keeps up on the series like you do, Josh. You guys could talk television series all night long.
Yeah, I don't watch that stuff, though. Does she just like to slum it a little bit? I mean, your wife is so intelligent. It doesn't seem like something she'd like.
You'd have to ask her.
And this is from a guy that's never watched one of those shows, so maybe I shouldn't have an opinion on it. But
You'd have to ask her what draws her to such things. But every time I walk into the bedroom, she's watching some show full of stacked 55-year-old women. All arguing and
always have wine in their hands, and they're always yelling at each other.
They're drunk, and it's all that stuff. Yeah, Jackson Dart's mama looks like one of those. But Randy says he's not a douche, Ashley. So for now, can you hold off?
Oh, hold off.
we got to look this up. FXT Jesus said Dart did some Star Wars trivia after the game and was pretty darn good.
You like Star Wars?
Also, Scattaboo is an effing beast, he said. A lot of people
He
like
is a
this.
beast.
A lot of people
I'm
like
telling
that
you.
guy.
Jackson Dart wears that black eye paint over one eye as a nod to Anakin Skywalker.
That I was wondering why he did that.
Does Anakin Skywalker?
He's got like a little scar going up and down his eye.
Oh, is that really
Yeah,
why?
I kind of like that.
All right, let's
That's
play a little.
cute.
Let's play a little game with Randy Shaver. NFL quarterbacks, douche or not a douche?
Okay.
Drew,
Cam Newton, douche.
you hate Cam Newton. Tom Brady.
No. I'll say no.
Come on. That's
No.
the most obvious one on the whole list.
No.
How in God's name is Tom Brady not a douche?
I'm a Tom Brady fan.
Oh,
sorry.
Drew Brees.
No.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield?
Kind of.
I think he's a reformed douche.
Yeah, I like him.
That's a
Randy,
good one. He's
it's
reformed.
either douche or not a douche.
I'm going to say no on Baker Mayfield.
I'll say no.
Me too.
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, definitely.
All right, take back what Nick said about Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers is the
Yes.
ultimate.
Exactly.
I don't know. Fran Tarkenton.
No.
All right.
No.
John Elway. Douche or not a douche?
No, I'd say a competitor. That's
Okay.
what I would say.
Patrick Mahomes.
Definitely a douche.
I don't know. He surrounds himself with them. He seems, maybe I'm missing something, but he kind of seems like a nice enough guy. I think just who he surrounds himself with.
You know what, Josh? You're probably right. Yeah.
His family members, his tight end. I mean,
people out of his control.
That's what it
Kind
seems
of.
like to me.
Yeah.
But I understand why somebody might answer that way.
Yep.
All right. It's kind of fun.
By the way, just checking in, this text starts from Karen Rogers is a douche. Jesus. So
Oh,
he
right.
agrees.
I forgot about that. Jay Cutler. Careful. Careful.
I'm going to say no. I really like that guy now.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
Not a douche. 5 years ago, when he was playing, we would have had a completely different answer.
Absolutely. You know what? And maybe when he was playing Eli Manning, too, but I've grown to like Eli Manning quite a bit.
I like him a lot.
Tony Romo, douche or not a douche?
No, not a douche.
No, he's not a
He
douche.
seems like a pretty normal guy for a guy in his position.
Dak Prescott.
No. Nope.
Ken Anderson.
No. Ken Anderson. God.
No
he
one.
was as Midwestern vanilla as you can
Only
get.
Randy and I even know who Ken Anderson is or was.
Here's one for you. Mark Sanchez.
Yes.
Thank you for whoever texted that in. Undetermined. I have to let the court case play
And I would
out.
say that if you're going outside of the quarterbacks, Travis Kelce for sure.
He's a douche, you say?
Oh yeah.
Maybe Taylor Swift will change him.
Bob Greasy. Okay, well, just put an end to this.
Lamar Jackson's not a douche.
No.
No.
Seems like a good kid.
Yeah, I like that guy.
No.
Brian Sipe. I've heard about this gimmick for years. I'm surprised it took the geniuses at the NFL so long to come around. NFL teams have started carrying shots of pickle juice for players who cramp up, like that poor bastard Swedish bicycle racer from all those years ago, who cramped up tighter than anyone ever has. NFL teams are carrying trays of shot glasses around the sidelines, and the shot glasses are filled with pickle juice for players who cramp up. I guess this has been going on for a while, the National Football League. That's what I always heard when I was a kid. You know, a young
too.
athlete was if your legs cramp up, you drink some pickle juice.
Yeah, that bicyclist.
Too late.
He
Too
needs
late.
some pickle juice.
Yeah, he needs a gallon of it.
I love pickle juice. Yeah, I mean that trend is it still? I mean, there's pickle juice, beer, pickle everything for a little while there.
Pickle pizza.
Again, in case folks don't know the bit, many years ago there was a bicycle race in Sweden, and a lady was on the side of the road with a television camera and a microphone. She was reporting on the bicycle race. And it was maybe the greatest example of perfect timing in the history of television. But she's saying, so here I am live at the bicycle race here in Sweden, and the guys are pedaling their balls off, and they're really going like hell. And as she's speaking, a bicycle comes off the road because the guy wants to take a break. There's nothing wrong in that moment. He just wants to take a break. You know how they do that in bicycle races. You'll pull over for a while and take a piss or something. So the guy pulls over, and as soon as he gets off his bicycle, he cramps up to the point where he's screaming.
What? Yeah! He lucked out. There was like a lawn chair right behind him.
Yes.
I mean, it couldn't have been more perfect.
He falls backwards, and as Josh was saying, luckily, hands isn't the term, lands in an open lawn chair.
Question from Steven on the topic of douche or not a douche.
Yes.
Ramses.
Oh, man. That was heartbreaking when Nacho Libre found out that Ramses was a real douche. Man. Because Nacho Libre idolized Ramses.
I still haven't seen that yet.
Sucks to be me right now, is what Nacho says. He's no longer caring for the orphans, and he found out that Ramses is a real douche.
Was that another wrestler?
Yes. Yeah. That's who Nacho had to fight in the grand finale. In the southern part of our country, the United States of America, the story says here, people regularly drink. So anyway, back to the pickle juice thing. Gatorade, was the thing for many years on the sidelines in the National Football League. But now they started using pickle juice for players who cramp up. San Francisco 49ers defensive tackle by the name of Evan Anderson said, nobody wants to drink pickle juice.
Oh, gosh, no.
Some people do.
They usually drink Gatorade, but if you cramp during a game, this professional defensive tackle says pickle juice is going to get you back on the field instantly. Now,
I do like pickle juice.
When I was a kid, I really liked it. Now I'm not crazy about it. So with all of that in mind, in the southern part of the U.S., people regularly drink Powerade with pickles in there.
I'd try it.
Yeah.
And they call it a Cool Lickle. There's a bottle of Powerade with a pickle in it. And they call it a Cool Lickle in case you go to a gas station in Mississippi anytime soon.
I mean, I guess
it doesn't sound very good to me.
We've come a long way because when I was playing high school football, you had to have salt tablets on the sidelines to prevent you from cramping up.
Yeah.
Actual physical salt tablets, which
right.
I never thought worked at all because it was just, I think it was just a scam.
I get the idea. I mean, straight sodium, right?
Boy, I like salt so much I could see just chewing on one of those things.
Yeah.
For that.
Pickles in Powerade bottles. Josh, what do you put your pickle in?
I was going to say, you really could put a pickle in any bottle. I mean, the wide mouth ones are ridiculous. You don't need that. Sure.
Nice 20-ouncer.
Yeah, 20 ounces.
You ever tried to pee in one of those 20 ounces?
Oh, it's tough.
Especially while driving?
Oh, not while driving.
Oh, no.
While driving?
Yeah.
Why the hell didn't you stop somewhere?
Well, if you're on a road trip and
you're in a hurry.
So you're saying you have tried to urinate in a bottle while driving?
The wide mouth one, plenty of room, certainly, but not a regular one. So I've seen somebody try the regular one, and it doesn't work out.
You couldn't pull over and piss on a tree or something?
It was a road trip, and people were not wanting to pull over. So I'm like, well, I got this wide mouth.
You pulled your little pee-pee out in front of people in a car?
It was dark. Otherwise, I wouldn't have, yeah. And the nice thing is there's really not much you could see from any angle. So I hit it in there pretty good.
I'm surprised you're so...
Barely cleared the lip of that
You're such a shy individual.
I saw a friend in a car once.
Desperation.
Saw a friend in a car once, very hungover. All of a sudden, it hit him hard, and the only thing he had to use to try to capture the vomit was a 20-ounce bottle, and he didn't get much in there.
Oh, dude.
God.
He did not get much in there.
I wouldn't even try that. Well, I suppose you'd say he was drunk?
Hungover. Probably maybe still drunk from the night before.
I've had to do that before.
Oh, yeah, Nick, you peed all over yourself in a bottle once.
Dude, I peed all over myself.
Your car and everything.
The driver's seat, the steering wheel, the dashboard, the stereo,
was
the
it a
windshield.
20-ouncer or one of the wide mouth ones?
I don't know.
Did it fill up too fast, or you just got bad aim?
I had to urinate, Ashley, so badly. I followed a gal home from the bar. We met at the
no.
We met at the bar, and she said, "Tell you what, you're handsome, you're charismatic, you're sexy."
I can imagine your response to each of those. I know.
Right.
And you're repeating this verbatim, right?
She was right about all of these things. So she said, I want you to come back to my apartment. By damn, do it now. She gave me her address. I drive my motor vehicle over there. Yes, I had quite a few beers in me. I'm not a drunk driver anymore. But back in the day, I would take my chances. I had quite a few beers in me. I drive to her apartment. I park in the parking lot, waiting for her to arrive.
Oh, no.
There is a police car in her parking lot. So
no.
I wanted to be as, what's the word, Josh?
Cool.
Cool.
Low-key. Inconspicuous.
Low-key, inconspicuous, thank you, as possible. So I sat there. But I had to take a piss. But I thought, it'll be all right. She'll be here in a matter of minutes. 10 minutes go by. 20 minutes go by. Half hour. 40 minutes.
Wrong address?
Right address, slow lady.
Oh.
And at this point, Ashley, I'm dying. And so by the time I luckily had an empty bottle of Mountain Dew or something in the motor vehicle, and I just had to do it. But the pressure and everything was at such a level. I think I was shaking. I had to go so that the sumbitch, like a fire hose, it got out of control.
It got loose.
It got loose, and I made a mess of the interior of my car. It was horrible.
Oh, my God.
How come you didn't find a bush or something?
Yeah.
Police car parked right in the police
The
car.
whole time?
Why didn't you?
Yes.
Or drive, I suppose you didn't want to drive
No,
against the
I
cops
wasn't.
or-
I wasn't going to put my vehicle in drive.
The cop was sitting there for 40 minutes?
Yes, he sat there.
What a
and
waste of
I'm
tax
guessing this
dollars.
was a shady neighbor. It was a shady neighbor. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, the cop never left also. The cop sat there with all of his little dash lights on. I wasn't going to go anywhere in my vehicle or otherwise until this gal showed up so I could say, if he asked me, yeah, I'm going in to see this gal. So it was like I was in the starring role of a squirt film or something. It was-
Oh, my God.
Picturing the final scene in Backdraft at the warehouse fire when the hose is just
Yeah.
out of control. They're trying to tame the thing.
The gal finally shows up. The first thing I said is, what, are you trying to get a guy arrested? What the hell took you so long? I was covered in my own pee.
Oh, my God. You didn't finish the deed, did you?
Who do you think you're talking to?
She's like,
No.
what's that smell? Ah, nothing.
Oh, my God.
Golden Gopher football play their homecoming game tomorrow night.
I'll be going. It'll be the baby's first Gopher game.
You're bringing the time. Why
Does
you
he have like a little gopher onesie or anything?
Oh yeah, of course. He's got little headphones to put on.
I love that move. I love that move.
Don't bring a tiny little baby to a homecoming college football game.
Kid's
It'll
going to
be
get
great.
puked on, Ashley.
We're in a safe section.
Like a non-drinking section, or
No, just away from the college kids.
This is kind of cool that it's a night game. I didn't realize that till this morning. I thought maybe it would be an 11
It's going to
a.m.
be chilly.
Yeah, they're doing one of those stripe out games or whatever.
Oh.
So every section maroon, gold.
Some of you
whatever.
wear this, some of you wear that.
Ooh, I hope they win because I know how you feel about losing to Purdue.
I'm
Nick.
sick and tired of losing to Purdue.
He hates it. All over the dashboard, huh?
Oh, my God.
What, I mean,
Josh.
you had nothing to clean it up with.
It was like that scene from Backdraft. I had no control over that effing thing.
Kind of like Strange
bad.
Brew.
It's been so long since I've seen Strange.
Scene in Strange Brew.
I don't recall. How about this deal? The greatest women's basketball player of all time and total super fox, Angel Reese, is going to become the first athlete to walk in the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
I'm so happy for you.
Did you watch the little promo video they released with
No.
the outfit and everything?
No. Oh, she had an outfit on?
She did.
Angel said this will be an unforgettable night that I'll forever be grateful for. Oh, I'm sure it will be. This year's Victoria's Secret show will air live October 15th and be streamed on Amazon Prime Video. She walked around in an outfit?
Yeah.
Like
I'll have to
Victoria's
send you
Secret underwear?
The video. It's very sultry.
Mm.
I know where you'll be Wednesday. You'll be watching that thing on Amazon Prime Video.
Oh, I bet I will. I will, you bet. Okay, I give up, Randy Shaver. Boston Celtics legend Paul Pierce is the latest. Paul Pierce was arrested a couple nights ago by the California Highway Patrol, and he's been given a ticket for suspicion of driving under the influence of alcohol.
That's too bad.
But, Randy,
Hate to hear that.
he was found. What is with these rookies? What is Paul Pierce, in his 50s? He's still a rookie drinker? He was found asleep behind the wheel of a friggin' car on a highway.
The car was parked
Yes,
on the side?
asleep in the driver's seat of a Range Rover while it's in the middle of traffic on a highway.
Oh no.
That's horrible.
That's
What is this, your first time drinking?
super dangerous. Wow.
What's wrong with these fools? The kid who plays football for
Jordan
the
Addison, same deal, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in a nicer car.
This guy's in his 50s. I would imagine Paul Pierce, 40s, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, he does that podcast with KG. Yeah.
Friggin' amateurs.
I mean, this guy's, I'd imagine he's probably still sitting on a pretty hefty bank account. You could afford an Uber if a regular person could.
It's just the dumbest thing in the world.
It is.
Dumbest thing in the world. I'm not sure. Did you send me Angel Reese stuff, Cubby?
Oh, no, I was going to save it.
Yeah, wait till after the show, Josh.
I've learned that lesson earlier this week. I made the mistake of... Well, I knew it was a bad idea, and I told you.
He won't be able to do anything else for the last hour.
Who was the gal from earlier this week?
Carpenter? Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, yeah, I lost my ever-loving mind.
I told you I shouldn't send it to you because you get distracted. You thought you could hold out, but
you thought you could
you're only a
handle
man.
it.
Yeah.
You can't handle it.
Send me the Angel Reese stuff. I'm sitting there staring at my Gmail, if you can. I'm not sure when the next time the United States basketball team will be gathering again to play international competition, but I can...
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Scared the heck out of me.
I can tell you that they have a new head coach. Steve Kerr stepped down as the head coach of USA basketball after they won that silly little gold medal in Paris last year, and he's being replaced by... John Tortorella.
No.
Oh, Ashley, what's your name again? Josh has still photographs of Angel Reese in her underwear.
I'll click on the video.
You're clicking on a video? Why is John Tortorella the new head coach of USA men's basketball?
Nobody else wanted the job.
A couple of people said no.
Unbelievable. Oh, here's the video. You're doing a great job with this video. Black underwears. She's got the wings on her back, right? They always do that "we're angels" type thing, right?
Yes.
She's very sultry. You're right, sultry.
Who's coaching?
John Tortorella.
I like turtles.
I wanted to do that yesterday, but I wasn't fast enough on the button. I couldn't find it.
No, they gave the job to Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, he'll do a good job.
Yeah, he was, assistant coach under LeBron there for a number of years in Miami.
Legend.
Oh, yeah, speaking of LeBron, now I suppose he's got some extra time to drink up all that Hennessy he's got on his shelf.
Yeah, he's hurt. That didn't take long.
He's going to miss at least 3 to 4 weeks due to sciatica on his right side. He'll miss at least the start of the season, 3 to 4 weeks. I suppose his son will simply step in and take his place, right?
Wally Pipham.
Sciatica is a bitch, though.
Wally Pipham?
That's his son's name? He changed it?
No, like he's going to come in and replace him, and then Wally Pipp will never get his job back.
Who the hell's Wally Pipham?
What's this? Wally Pipp.
Who's Wally Pipp?
What's this story? I gotta find
Is that a movie reference?
It's got to be a Mighty Ducks reference.
No, it's an actual baseball.
Is that a Blink
reference.
182 song?
Wally
Pipp?
Pipp?
Wally P-I-P-P?
So to get Wally Pipp means to lose your job and be a replacement performs better than you and you never get your job back.
Oh,
I've never heard
knew
that reference before. You've been Wally Pipped.
Mm-hmm.
F me running.
Did you see that somebody is suing him?
Yes.
Yeah. Some sucker
It's worth a shot.
Some sucker who spent, $1,200 on that final Lakers home game of the season, assuming that LeBron was going to retire before he did his stupid Hennessy commercial. That guy is attempting to sue the Lakers and LeBron and the arena and the county and the state and whatever.
Well, yeah, he went out and bought his tickets.
Right.
He's mad. And he was... obviously, there's emotional distress there.
Good Lord, is that stupid.
Probably have to miss some work. People are disagreeing with Angel Reese being attractive. Really? You don't think she's attractive?
They're idiots.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but people are saying some mean things about how she looks.
Don't care. Jay Cutler.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So the Lakers play the Timberwolves twice in the early part of the season. LeBron likely won't play in either ball game, so there is an outside chance that LeBron James has already played his last game at Target Center, which is heartbreaking. Timberwolves. I saw him play at Target Center once or twice, and he gave very, very little effort. It was embarrassing because the Lakers were getting their nuts kicked in by the Timberwolves, and LeBron just said, well, I'll just kind of hang around half court. At times, he could be so aggravating. My wife thinks this is all a scam. My wife is just as big an NBA fan as I am. She thinks this is all a scam. She said there ain't a damn thing wrong with his sciatica, or whatever the hell it's called. Sciatica. She says LeBron and the Lakers both know he can't play a full season, so why not rest his ass for the first 3-4 weeks, because who cares?
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
So there you go.
And by saying he's injured, they can get away with not having to do the veteran rest thing that they've been getting in trouble for, teams have, where a guy won't play the second half of the back-to-back just because he's tired.
Right, they call that the old Wally Pip.
Yeah, they got a Wally Pip him. You got a Wally Pip him.
What do you got going on this weekend, Randy Shaver? Because we're about done here.
Busy tonight with high school football.
Oh, yeah.
With our show. And this weekend actually kind of quiet. So looking forward to that.
Well, just tell us real quick, because I don't follow it. Who's the best big school team in the state of Minnesota this year, and who's the best small school team?
I would say Maple Grove and Minnetonka, and they're both going to play each other on the last night of the regular season on Wednesday of next week, which is MEA Wednesday. That game's in Maple Grove. It'll be a great game, but they're both 6-0 right now, heading into tonight. Small school wise, there's so many great programs out there. I'm not going to bore you to death, but
what about Caledonia? They're always very good.
Caledonia's good, but Chatfield is better this year. I would say the small school powers are Minneota, Jackson County Central with the kid that's going to the Gophers, Roman Voss, great player. There's a number of really good small schools out there.
Clara
that play great football.
list?
No, I'm sorry. Can't help you with that.
Minneota, he says.
Minneota has won, they won last night. They've won 40 consecutive games, which is the longest current winning streak in Minnesota high school football.
I know where Minneota is, by damn. That's not far from where my dad grew up. Minneota's not far from where my dad grew up, down in Lake Wilson, Minnesota, between Pipestone and Slayton. Yep. Minneota's, I don't know, a pretty good poke north, but in the same general area. Marshall, Brookings, South Dakota, all that.
Yep.
Beautiful down there. Beautiful. All right, Randy Shaver. You go ahead and have a terrific weekend, and we will jaw jack with you on Monday.
Sounds good.
Thanks, bro. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled to Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
We are the musers on the pod so far. We've discussed people we love.
I didn't tell you guys. Cuban emailed.
What are you wearing?
Well, no, that's not.
Things we love. Got way into typewriters.
How many typewriters do you own?
Let's not podcast anymore.
Just estimate.
It's time to get really down and dirty.
These are great ideas. Start a podcast and then forget to promote it on social media.
So,
what is our podcast about? Yeah, whatever we feel like.
The Musers, the podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Half-Ass Morning Show, 93X.
Yeah, we're creeping up on the weekend. Thanks, everyone, for listening, and welcome back to the Pro-Gramsci at 8:32. Going to be a glorious weekend weather-wise. It looks great, unlike a week or so ago when it was just hotter than Angel Reese around here.
Oh, she's something.
So there you go. Let's rap about how we all came up. We all came up different. I'm from over there, and my parents and family acted like this. Cubby's from over in a different part of town, and his folks and family acted like that. You see what I'm saying? Everyone's got their own unique background story, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did your parents have a bizarre house rule growing up that you still think about? Like, for example, and apparently this is real, like, for example, you can't go outside barefoot until Easter.
Yeah, never had that.
Did your parents ever have a bizarre house rule growing up but you still think about. Feel free to text us if you got something cute to say on our Luther Bloomington Kia text line, which is 651-989-9393. I can't think of a damn thing.
No, me either. Not right now.
My parents were very, very strict, so we had a lot of rules, and you could not bend any rule. The rule was the rule, and that was it. But nothing really weird. It was just very strict. Where a lot of kids didn't have the same rules we did, but I don't think there's anything strange about them.
I remember my dad once screaming about how Lillian cannot use the phone and Lillian cannot go outside. Other than that, I don't remember a lot of rules.
I do remember one rule. I don't know if this is necessarily strange, but I think it's funny, and my family still jokes about it. My dad tried to implement the library system. So if I'm playing with one toy, say I'm playing with my turtles, I need to go put the turtles back, return the turtles before I can take out a new toy. And that didn't really usually work out very well in his favor.
I believe in that for sure.
Yeah.
He was tired of the mess you were making.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
he was tired of stepping on your stupid action figures.
Yep. We had that, definitely.
Implemented the library rule.
Ashley, you'll get there.
I can't wait.
Where it just does, sometimes you walk in, it's like, did a bomb go? Especially clothes. Did somebody explode? Why is the clothes all over the place?
Oh, I was so bad at that when I was a teenager. My poor mom, because like I've said before, really bad OCD, so she cleaned my room until I moved out. I could clean it, and then I'd come home, and it would somehow be more clean. And she would get so angry about the clothes.
My grandma was like that, too. Yeah, I miss that. Where my uncle warned me, he's like, when you move out, when you leave a cereal bowl next to the couch or whatever, it's still going to be there when you get home.
Yeah.
Grandma's not going to be there to take care of that instantaneously.
I never thought I would miss it because it was the way that my mom would find a lot of stuff that I was trying to hide from her in my bedroom, but my gosh, I miss it.
All right, rules. A couple text messages coming in on rules. Barr saw Jesus, said when he was a teenager, his dad had one rule. We could have all the beer we wanted, but absolutely no hard liquor.
It's good to draw the line somewhere.
I like that rule.
This person said supper at 5 sharp. Everyone at the table stayed at the table until everyone was done. Same exact for us, except it was 6. It didn't matter what you had going on. You had to be there.
Had to be there,
My goodness, if you asked for anything that wasn't prepared, that was trouble. I wonder how many times I heard my dad say, this isn't an effing restaurant, when my sister would have the courage to do it. Me and my brother were smart enough to do it, or not to do it. But
right.
Yeah, that was something you didn't mess around with. 6 o'clock supper, you better be there.
All right, here's what the online dorks are saying. The question again, did your parents ever have a bizarre house rule? And you still remember it, you still think about it. No turning on the lights during thunderstorms. Anyone have any idea what was going on there? Maybe to avoid a power surge?
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Like that.
My
Okay.
parents used
Just
to
to
not
see the lightning?
Maybe they wanted to watch the show. Yeah, I don't know.
My parents used to not let us, if we wanted to shower and there was a storm going on, we weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah, I remember my mother saying, you're risking being struck by lightning.
Yeah, I don't think there's any truth to
I think
that.
I would always say, Mom, that sounds like an extreme long shot to me. I think I'll take my chances.
Same thing with video.
Be grateful that I'm getting in the friggin' shower.
Yeah.
Same thing with the video games. If a storm was coming through, they'd say there's a risk of you getting electrocuted, but it also might have been because they didn't want me still playing video games all day.
Could be. Chaos Coordinator Sheeza said growing up, if they were out and about and had to poop, they had to wait till they got home, even if it was an all-day event.
Why?
Oh, wow. I wonder why that is.
Parents were germaphobes, maybe?
It could be. My
didn't want their children sitting on public toilet seats?
My wife will not, doesn't matter the emergency, porta potty, she's out. And when the kids were little, she even didn't want them using them. And I'd have to tell her, the kids got to go. The rest of the world is okay with this compared to you.
Your wife refuses to use a public bathroom.
She'd go in her pants, not a public bathroom, a porta potty.
Can you do quickly for me a facial imitation of your wife when she's hanging onto a massive turd and waiting to get home?
I've never seen that, I don't think.
Well, yes, you have. You just didn't know it. If she's not using public bathrooms,
she
made that
public
face.
bathrooms. It's porta potties.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Porta potties.
Porta potties. All right. More weird rules from households growing up. No wearing clothing with faces on them. So no Mickey Mouse shirts, no Hello Kitty tank tops, no,
weird.
I don't know. No T-shirts with Mr. T on it or a television character, a movie character, nothing. Either plain shirts with no graphics on them or it was allowed to be something that was not alive, like a soccer ball or a pumpkin or something.
Oh, my favorite pumpkin shirt.
This person said, I nannied for a family where the rule was you had to wear socks inside to prevent the natural oils on your feet from breaking down the carpet.
Wow.
That's a new one to me.
F me. How about a community family drinking glass? So
Ick.
here was the rule. We had one drink cup by the kitchen sink. If you're thirsty, you use that cup and put it back for other family members.
They did not like doing dishes.
They said they'd wash it in the dishwasher every 2 days or so.
Oh, they had a dishwasher? What are you doing?
Yeah. So, I don't know. That wouldn't have bothered me as a kid. But as an adult now...
That wouldn't bother me as a kid either.
As a kid, I wouldn't have cared. But as an adult, let's say I got a few urchins running around the house. Like, Ashley, you're up to just one urchin.
Yep.
Let's say I had a few urchins running around the house. I wouldn't want my mouth touching the same cup as my filthy, greasy kids.
Yeah, they do get pretty gross, but I guess now that I think about it, if I need some water and there's like a cup out and I don't know where it came from, sometimes I'll just like smell it. I'm like, sure, I'll use this quick.
I don't know, whatever happened to just dipping your, forcing your yap underneath the faucet,
My mom hated
twisting
when we did
your
that.
neck completely all the way around.
Oh, my mom too, and my wife. Like, for whatever reason, that infuriates them.
What does?
Drinking out of the faucet.
Yep.
She needs to just grow up.
It's a weird one to me.
Take a deuce in a porta potty.
Someday.
This one doesn't make much sense to me. How are you supposed to avoid this, Cubby? A household rule. No stepping on the bath mat with wet feet. Where the hell am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
What's the point of
do you
it?
want me
How
to-
do you dry? I mean, I guess you just got to get the towel down there real good.
No stepping on the bath mat with wet feet. But when I'm getting out of the shower, I've got... The curtains had to be opened first thing in the morning. Whoever was first awake, opened those friggin' curtains. Want to know why? So the neighbors wouldn't think we slept in.
Yeah, some people really care what the neighbors think.
And those hard-on, everybody get out of bed families always drove me nuts. The early risers always drove me nuts. Oh, I hated it. Just be an adult and sleep in. You don't have to always prove you're the hardest penis in the neighborhood by waking up at the crack of dawn. Be an adult and sleep in a little bit. Give yourself the opportunity to rest. I hate the hard-on early risers.
Melvin, the Mop Boy Jesus, said when he was 18, sat down for a Thanksgiving dinner and his dad chewed him out in front of everybody for wearing a hat at the dinner table, which had never happened before in his first 18 years of life. I don't know why he cared all of a sudden. My brother and I still talk about it.
He was showing off for someone?
Yeah, maybe the dad was like, hey, I'm a tough guy dad. We don't wear hats at the dinner table.
But did he say there was company there?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, Dad was...
That's what it was, right? Maybe he was embarrassed or...
He's putting on a show. Suddenly he's the strictest dad in town.
Yeah.
Where the first 18 years he didn't give two pumps.
That's probably it.
That's funnier than hell. Okay. More bizarre household rules. We weren't allowed to walk from the bathroom to our bedrooms after a shower in just a towel, even if no one else was there besides family. My family was way too loose with that.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't need to see that much skin from
I never saw that
certain members of my family.
Social anxiety, Jesus said they couldn't turn on the dome light in the car at night because it was illegal, is what they were told. I always thought it was, too.
Yeah, I heard that as well when I was a kid.
Up until like a year ago, somebody said, no, that's a myth.
It doesn't feel right having it on, though.
Yeah, I agree.
In my household, says this individual, fart was a curse word.
Hey, I love that.
And you had to leave the room
Yes.
to fart.
Ashley's loving these rules.
Can I move in?
I also completely and totally commit myself to that rule. I don't want to hear you say the F word, the fart word. I don't want to hear you fart. Get out of the room.
Heather said, I don't shower in a storm simply because I don't want to be found naked in a shrub if a tornado were to come through. I want to be fully clothed as well.
Hey, what the hell happened here? What was this gal up to?
There's a lady hiding in a shrub naked.
I wasn't allowed to watch anything on television that depicted a dysfunctional family. And this individual, is how you say it, thinks that his or her parents were fearing that the child would realize that they came from a dysfunctional family. Did I put that together properly?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You think it'd be the other way around. You could only watch stuff with a dysfunctional family so you don't realize it could be better than this.
No,
Instead, you're watching all these perfect families going, wait a minute, what's wrong with mine?
It's a good way to point it. That's a good way to put it, is how I should have. We're discussing weird family rules that people had growing up, and it still kind of haunts them. I had to bring home the plastic sandwich bags from my school lunch to be washed and used again. Ooh, like a rubber?
Wow. That's not...
No, don't do that.
That took me a second.
No, Nick, if you want to, put your sandwich in a rubber, you can only do that once. You can't redo that every time. It's disgusting.
I had to bring home the plastic sandwich bags from my school lunch to be washed and used again the next day. They were washed and dried overnight.
That can't be good.
That's just... My damn, how cheap were your folks?
And those plastic baggies used to be very, very cheap.
Roastmaster Jesus said they had to make a rule, no more helping their stepmother when she got stuck in the washing machine. I've heard.
I'm going to help our stepmother. Hand me a mop. Wasn't allowed to invite a friend over for a second time until they invited me over to their house.
Weird.
My mother kept track of how many times I invited friends over and demanded that they reciprocate before I could invite them again. Well, you're having Donnie over again? Has he invited you to his house?
It's probably just her way of getting the kid out of the house.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That is kind of weird. I'd prefer him to be at our house.
Keep an eye on him,
Keep an eye on them. Rat bastards.
Half-assed morning show, 93X.
And we're getting there now. We are getting there. We were talking about strange rules that you might have had in your household when you were a kid. A lot of this stuff, Josh, is just evidence that some of our parents were mentally ill.
It's funny how you don't notice that.
No, you just follow what you're told.
For a while, you think they're the smartest people in the world. Then you're a teenager, you think they're the dumbest people in the world.
You get to be in your 30s and 40s if your folks are still around, and it dawns on you. You're mentally ill.
Yeah, sometimes
you're a parent. You're speaking to them. You're not right. There's something wrong with you.
You start to realize certain things like, oh, that makes sense now. But yeah, there's some other things you're kind of questioning.
I mean, come on. The listener texted in as far as a bizarre rule in his household growing up. They had to dry the bathroom sink when done using it.
I do that now.
That's a crazy person. They had to take a towel and dry. What are you talking about? You don't dry your bathroom sink.
Yeah, I do. Especially
you
if
take
I
a
just
rag or
cleaned the bathroom.
Huh?
Especially if I just cleaned the bathroom, always. Because it frustrates me. I'm like, it was just perfect, and now it's not perfect.
Why do you want to dry it, though?
Because it doesn't look as perfect when it's wet in there.
Oh.
Yeah, I usually take some toilet paper and do it. Yeah, I'm crazy. My mom wore off on me a little bit, clearly.
I like this one. Hey, when you go outside, you're a kid. This is a rule that one of our listeners lived under. He'd go outside, and one of his parents would say, hey, don't let me see you using that garden hose. Why?
I had this rule. Angry bus driver Jesus said his parents wouldn't let him go to another kid's house unless they had met with their parents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or talk to them on the phone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He said, I didn't know how to negotiate that, so I really only had one friend whose house I could go to.
His parents had to meet his friend's parents before there was any... I'll tell you what.
My parents were like that.
We
couldn't go to... If somebody invited us to their house, we wouldn't be able to unless my parents had met them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Safety first.
Our folks would have let us go home with a pack of dogs. A pack of... If you drink Mom or Dad's Coke or Pepsi, you don't eat for the rest of the day.
Did you guys, your mom or dad, have a chair where you weren't allowed to sit in?
Not really.
No.
Yeah, my dad had a chair. If you sat in that thing, even if he wasn't home, that was big trouble.
Oh, wow.
He would kind of, my dad would kind of like stand by the recliner. Like, you know what to do. Get up.
It's like Archie Bunker.
Yeah, you could just feel him staring at you.
Oh, you wouldn't say anything? He'd just give you the look and you knew you had to get up?
Yeah.
Somebody else texted in this, too. We also had this. And maybe it's because my grandma, we lived with my grandma. She had the front living room had plastic on everything, and we could not use that unless company was over.
I will never understand that because, like, you buy it to be used. And, I mean, what if you die and you never get to actually enjoy the couch that you spent money on?
What if you die?
Plastic on the couch? I only ever saw that on television.
Oh, yeah, we had it.
Only ever saw
Everybody
it.
loves Raymond.
On your deathbed, do you have any regrets? I never took the plastic off that couch and got to sit on it.
Oh,
Seriously.
The couches we had were so ugly and disgusting anyways.
Oh, yeah. We had some gross-looking furniture. Okay. Really interesting. It's just so silly, some of these ideas that your parents came up with. Again, it's proof that they had something wrong with them. A couple people texted this one in. One dude said, the maddest his dad would ever get is when his dad would notice that he had written on his hand.
Oh, my mom would get so ticked off.
Remember
about
when
me
you were a
doing
kid,
that.
you'd write like, call Missy, to remind yourself. Ooh, his old man blew a gasket on that one.
I used to draw on my hands all the time. Oh, it was a constant battle for my mom.
Did it?
But you're good. You're a good artist.
Thank you.
Was that because, I'm going to take a guess here, any parents who blew up at their children for writing on their hand, did they blow up because they thought it made you look really stupid?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, exactly that is
Okay.
what she would say.
Oh, yeah. It makes you look like a dumbass. You can't you got to write it on your...
Yeah, some of these you kind of wonder, maybe that's the motivation, right? The parents were like, hey, you're embarrassing me more than anything.
Here's a listener who had to stay with his aunt and uncle while his dad was in Vietnam. So he went to stay with his aunt and uncle. And one day he says, I went outside without a shirt on. My aunt said, hey, we don't run around half naked around here. Toy jail.
Never experienced that.
One of our listeners had to put up with toy jail. I've heard that gimmick before. You don't stop playing when you're told, or you would abuse a toy. You're breaking that toy. Then the parents would put the toy into toy jail, and you weren't allowed to use it for a weekend or something
My
like that.
parents' line was, if you don't pick it up, it's going in the trash.
Yeah.
Toy jail for me was my parents, when I'd do something that they weren't a fan of, they would take the controllers from the Nintendo system and hide them. So it was kind of a taunt. I could still see the system sitting there, ready to be played, but I had no controllers to play it with. It was awful. It's like, oh, it's just taunting me.
Wow, this sounds cruel right here. My grandma, a listener says, my grandma, to keep the dogs off the couch, would put mouse traps on the couch.
Oh, I know people that do that on, like, their kitchen counters.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Like for cats and whatnot?
Yep.
Ooh.
I know, I don't like it either.
Oh, I would hate to hear a dog hear that snap and then hear the yelp of a dog. That'd be so sad.
What about the lock on the snack cabinet?
I had friends' parents that did that.
No, we didn't have that.
Crazy work.
I've used a lock on a snack cabinet since I got married because my wife and I both have a weakness for cookies and candy and things like that. So my wife said, for her, she said, I can have the combination. I can access it whenever I want to. But for her own good, she made me, come up with a combination to protect her from the cookies. So if she wants a cookie, she has to come get me, and I have to unlock.
And you shame her, right?
Oh, I don't give two pumps, yeah. But
you probably grab something for yourself then, as long as you're there.
I'm always in that sumbitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, honey? Another cookie?
I always say, when it comes to Girl Scout cookies or Halloween candy, I have to hide it from my wife. She makes me hide it as well.
Yeah. They're weak. But I'm weak, too. I am, too. Oh, God, I'm a sucker for that stuff. Oh, for Christ's sake, Cubby, I know you probably got a thing or two.
Yeah, we got a bunch of shout-outs to get to. Thank you so much for the text. I wish we could keep up with some of these. There's some pretty interesting rules coming in for sure.
Don't be. I don't want to see you going anywhere near that garden hose.
No doubt. Yeah, we used to drink out of the garden hose. My mom would be mad.
I'd be so confused by that. What? What's wrong with me going after the... Anyway.
Big welcome to the newest member of the Brotherhood who joined the funniest, best-looking, and smartest listeners in all of radio, Sunday at 1:56 a.m. Congrats to Tool-slinging Jesus and the missus. Happy anniversary to Asphalt Cowboy Jesus from his smoking hot wife, Lil Ma Jesus. Happy birthday to Owatonna IT Jesus and Hobag Jesus from Rice County Bush Light Jesus. Happy birthday to Emmett, turning the big 03 today from Dad, Robot Leg Jesus. And Filipino riding a Velociraptor Jesus has got a shout-out to his son, who's also turning the big 03. Happy birthday to Piper, turning 8 tomorrow from Dad, P-Man, Mom, and Mackenzie. Happy 25th to my boy still likes Pokemon Jesus and way too hairy and stinky to be human Jesus from Dairy Farming, Sheet Metal Banging Your Mom Jesus. And disabled Jesus, Uncle Evan texts a happy 20th to his niece, Jenna. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you at my place tonight to help decorate for Halloween. I need the help.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled to Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.